Howdy, y'all. Jackson here at Dick Jerk Studios, and welcome back to another episode of Outside the Hash. I'm joined, as always, by...
Nate and my buddy over here, Alistair. And you guys will get pretty familiar with our guest in tonight's episode. So,
I'm Kyle.
Hi, Kyle. Alright, so we're going to kick it off with... now that the CFL season is about to start, we're going to kick it off with the CFL because it's the most premier of the minor leagues. So,
damn.
who
Well,
wants...
before I,
Oh, yes,
I'll go,
Nate
but-
has news first.
I have a crap ton of news, but I'll go through it really quick. The SaberCats, first team to clinch a playoff spot. They also tied the franchise record for wins when they beat the Hounds a couple weeks ago. Elks signed a crap ton of players. Signed a guy that played for Frisco. They signed a quarterback here that bounced around from a couple different teams, amongst a few other signings here. Calgary re-signed a receiver, but he's on the 6-game injury list. Were you going to say something there?
No, it's because they had the roster cut down, so I assume there's probably a lot of movement between all the teams.
Yeah, and that's what I excluded a lot of others as well, but for whatever reason, the website you had sent over to me, they were highlighting these specifically, so I figured I'd include that. And then Calgary signed Toshiki Sato to the practice squad, who set the league record with the IBM Big Blue with a 58-yard field goal.
In the X League in Japan.
In the X League, so W him. It was drafted into the World Draft in the second round by Toronto, and then played in the Spring League before that all changed. So the Milano Seamen fired certified bum Malik Hoskins. He was offensive coordinator that put up 7 points in 2 games, while his...
to be fair, the defensive coordinator hasn't done that much of a better job.
That's what I was trying to get at, whereas the defense allowed a whopping 80 points. So I could really argue who's worse. They're both equally as bad, but he was the one that got fired first. So head coach is going to take over those duties for now. Frisco signed a player. Bandits signed a defensive lineman. I said the beef commentators were crying throughout the game that we get into later, but actually it was Colorado because beef was on the road. So
the beef just apologized on behalf.
Beef just apologized on their behalf.
Yeah.
Selena hired Sean King as their assistant coach, who was the head coach of Rapid City before they folded. Coached for Billings last year, and that was the beef offensive coordinator in 2021. Anthem signed a player, plays for Team USA. I'm going to skip over that at the same time. And then my boy, as I brought up, Alistair Clarkson, the coach of the Roos, has found himself in another vulgar language allegation. I totally misspelled there, but basically was swearing at the ref in last week's loss. And luckily, no one took action, despite the fact that if he had ran into similar incidents this season, he had a pending 2-game suspension. So very lucky that was not taken into effect.
What are the odds he gets suspended and the team actually wins the games?
I don't know, because I don't know how good he is actually as a coach, considering he was with the Hawks before. But I hope none, because he's hilarious. And also he was cleared of racism allegations. But anyways, Edmonton Elks-Eskimos. Speaking of racism, by the way, so we're going into the Elks-Eskimos is my favorite team, founded in 1949, as rightfully as the Eskimos. 14 total championships, most successful team of the 3 I have. Over 20 plus division titles in the Western Division. Last year they were pretty mid. Did better than I thought, though. Looking back at they had a lot of close games. So honestly, they weren't really that bad compared to the last couple of years. So hopefully they're gonna maybe win a couple more and jump to 6 wins. The best win was against the rival Calgary, 25-23 at home, and then there were a couple different. They had a couple blowout losses, but losing to the Red Blacks, embarrassing. Obviously, NFL equivalent is the Commies. If you don't understand why, then you're just dumb. The head coach is Chris Jones. He's also the GM. He has a Grey Cup win in 2015. Went to Saskatchewan for a little bit and then came back to coach Edmonton again in 2022. They had to change their name to what's up?
Can you explain why their equivalent is the commies?
Because in 2020 they're both known as the football team. That's why.
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks for covering that because I would have made it way worse. Kyle tried to debate. So
well, you said idiots ask, so.
That based, and this is why we made those videos of you, by the way. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So the notable former player was Warren Moon. Yeah, he played there for a few years and won a Grey Cup. So, and then going to their roster, I screened this. Stream my screen, right?
Yep.
Okay, good.
McLeod Bethel Thompson is their big signing.
McLeod, that's the big signing. So, and then pretty much beyond that, I'm not too familiar with a lot of these guys. I'm sure they bounce around from a couple different leagues, but that is the biggest thing to. Hopefully, he could help us win a few more games. He's a pretty good player. So, scrolling down here. And Eastern Michigan player, gross. I think he's only a punter. Yeah, but that's a look at the roster. Hey, a Liberty player, and I guess there's a practice squad and suspended. I didn't even know that. Not familiar with what that is, but hey. So that's Edmonton. And speaking of rivals, my second team I chose for memes is the Calgary Stampeders, so I never lose a rivalry game again now. They were founded a few years before, but a few less championships in poverty fashion and a few less division titles in the Western Division. They were also pretty mid. They did score more, but their defense was worse. Their best win was on the road against the 12-6 BC Lions, but their worst loss, you're going to notice a trend here, was to the Ottawa Red Blacks, all cap. And then their playoff result, somehow they made it. They lost 41-30 to BC on the road. So NFL equivalent is the New York Giants, mostly because they have a decent history but suck right now. So Dave Dixon's the coach. He has been with Calgary since 2016. 3 Grey Cup appearances and a Grey Cup win. So he's doing pretty well for himself, minus last year or two. So, random fact is their mascot's a dog and it's not a horse. So that makes sense. I mean, you know what? No, I can't make it make sense. And then their notable player before I go to the roster is Doug Flutie. So he has the all-time record in touchdown passes in a year too. So, what are you gonna say, Kyle?
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't make it make sense. It just doesn't.
Yeah. Hey, if they're like called the Flames or like something like that, like obviously can't do that.
There's the dog now. He's asking us if we have any questions.
Yeah, see, and that's where I got confused. I was like, why is there a dog here? And then I found out.
What the dog
scrolling down.
But is his name Houndy McCown-faced? I didn't think so.
No, sadly not. But scrolling through the roster here.
Should be Horsey McHorseface.
Any Illinois players are ACU. We're looking for ACU. I don't think there's any. Of course, there's a former rival ACU, Illinois State, but no ACU. We just have no motivation to play, guys.
Northern.
But,
well, you just need the Illinois needs what's it say?
Sam Houston. But
they need the Browns to flame out in the NFL and go to Canada.
Yeah, true. Last team, I'm stunned. They fell to me. Is the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. They're founded the earliest of the 3 in 1930. 12 rings. So a couple less than my boys in Edmonton, but about the same for division titles. 14-4 last year, had a pretty good year. Best win, again, you'll notice the trend with the BC Lions and Ottawa Red Blacks. Best win was against the Lions. Worst loss was against the Red Blacks. And then they lost to the Alouettes in the Grey Cup finals. So
I think what's interesting about that is the Red Blacks didn't win a lot of games.
They did not, but for whatever reason,
they beat all your teams.
Decided to beat all my teams. Again, to be fair, both teams were pretty bad last year, so they were relatively on the Red Blacks level.
Winnipeg is bad though.
I would probably argue, yes, that one is their worst loss for sure. The other two, you could probably argue there are worse losses since they both had blowouts. But actually, not for Calgary because theirs was at home. That's pretty bad. Could definitely argue it for Edmonton, though. I just thought it'd be funny to do the Red Blacks, and it just happened. They were all three, so. But the NFL equivalent is the 49ers. Have a lot of championships and make it to a lot of championships recently, but can't get the job done. Yes, I know they did win a couple years ago, but what have they done the last 2 years? Exactly.
Lost.
So, lost. Thank you. So, 96 and 62 is Mike O'Shea, their head coach. 2 Grey Cups, 4 finalists with Winnipeg since 2014. So I know okay. So 2 championships, great. The kind of. Whatever. It is what it is. But the random fact is...
not that.
I did not mean to do that. I did not finish that.
You really love your Paris Musketeers.
Yeah, I do. A random fact about Winnipeg is, Musketeers.
They've won to 3 straight Grey Cups, you know?
Yeah, 3 straight Grey Cups. So we'll just do that. But at Kanye. Notable players, Spurgeon Wynn. I surprisingly couldn't find a actual NFL equivalent talent, so I went with the name here. So here's the roster.
So yeah, it's a big drop off from Doug Flutie and Warren Moon.
Yep. Quite a bit. Stephen F. Austin, of course, another AC rival. We just don't try in these leagues. Hey, Jamal Woods is a notable player. No particular bias or reason. And Ian, I guess, just went to a trade school. What a bum. So that is my CFL teams. Yeah, probably.
All right, Kyle.
My turn?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right. First up, no rushing. All right. First up, we got the Hamilton Tiger Cats. They were founded in 1950. They are based in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. They play at Tim Hortons Field, the most Canadian of fields. It doesn't get much more Canadian than that. They've won 8 Grey Cups, only one in our lifetime. So 1953, 1957. 63, 65, 67.
63 a good year for you.
Yeah. There's an 11-year span there. That's pretty good.
Imagine being a Toronto Maple Leafs fan too. Surely they would have thought, after the 60s, it'd be a good run for both teams still.
Oh yeah, sure. I was gonna say if I have to compare this to another team, I don't have an NFL equivalent. Maybe
who hasn't been
maybe
good
the Cowboys, no. But they didn't have like a streak like them. I would say their equivalent is across any sport is the Toronto Maple Leafs. But yeah, they won in '99. So
should win the
head
century.
Coach is Scott Milanovic. It is his first season. Last year they had an 8-10 record, which put them in 3rd in the East Division. Moving on, we have the Ottawa Red Blacks. They were founded in 2014, based in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. They play at TD Place, which is something they do not do a lot of. They have 1 Grey Cup win. They have 1 Grey Cup win, which was in 2016, year 3 of their existence, which is pretty good for, I would say.
And surely things went well after that.
Yeah, I would say.
Is this a precursor for Vegas? Question mark?
Yeah, I was about to say, this is like, I was going to say, I don't have an NFL equivalent, but my other sports equivalents would be Toronto Maple Leafs and
the long-time suffering Vegas Golden Knights. Yeah. Clearly hard.
Head coach is Bob Dice. He started in 2022. It seems, based on his stats, it looks like he started mid-season, and they kept him. and he has a 5-17 record.
Doesn't make sense to me to keep him as interim with that record.
You can do the math on it. The 2023 record was 4-14, which put them fourth in the East, last place. Notable players: Jalen Akin, wide receiver, Western Illinois, and DeAndre Lamont, DB, Illinois State.
I wonder why.
Hey, Western
And
Illinois is
finally, we have
impressive
the
considering how bad
Saskatchewan
Western is at
Roughriders.
football.
Fair.
They were founded in 1910, based in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. They have 4 Grey Cup wins in 1966, 1987, 2007, and 2013.
What is Saskatchewan doing? They took 56 years to win their first?
Yeah. Truly poverty. So if I had to compare them
Ain't no
to
St. Kilda,
the
though.
other relevant teams,
Yep.
I don't have a team to compare them to for the...
Jackson and I do, St. Kilda.
Yeah, St. Kilda.
No. So I would say, just trying to fudge it all together, teams I would compare them to is the Toronto Maple Leafs. So head coach is Corey Mays. It is his first year, and last year they went 6-12, which was good enough for third in the West, which is interesting. Notable players: Shea Patterson, quarterback from Michigan, and Clint Rakovich, which is a fullback from Northern Illinois.
Nice.
That's it from me.
Alrighty. Go. Now I want 2, 3.
Goodness sakes. I didn't realize the Rough Riders were that bad.
Yeah, that bad.
That's crazy.
Alright, the CFL. I have the Montreal Alouettes, head coached by Jason Moss. They are the reigning Grey Cup champions, so pretty hyped about that. So key players, obviously, you have Cody Fajardo, the quarterback, Tyson Philpott. So, feeling pretty good. They came in second in the East last year and were able to upset Toronto and then Winnipeg in the Grey Cup. Speaking of Toronto...
Simply Toronto things.
Yes. Toronto losing in the playoffs. Toronto is my second team. They had an all-time great regular season last year, en route to a 16-2 record. Chad Kelly won MVP or MOP. He's of course got his off-the-field problems that will be keeping him sidelined for a little bit this year. But let's have my boy Brian Scott, former Philadelphia star. So, shout out to him.
Nice.
And then BC is my last team.
Goodness sakes, their teams are stacked.
Yeah, we got a bunch of double digits. I think they went 12 and 6 or
12 and 6.
Yeah, 12 and 6. Yeah. So Vernon Adams, he led the league in passing last year. He's also a former Montreal Alouette, so shout out to him. I think he's also the favorite in betting to win MVP. So keep an eye pinned on him. So those are my my preview for the CFL. We can go to the UFL now.
I had no games, and I know what's going on with Kyle over there.
Sorry, I went to get water.
You're good.
And I gotta pull up my. Yeah, so Kyle had 2 games to cover.
Yeah, I had 2 games. Let me... Yeah, because I got to take one. One last L.
Damn straight.
Heck yeah, baby.
Alright, go online. Alright. So, first up... you guys ready?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So first up, we had the St. Louis Battlehawks take on the Brahmas. It seemed like both games played pretty conservative in this game. Neither team wanted to score anything in the first quarter, followed by St. Louis taking a 10-point lead going into the half, at which point both teams decide to play the second half. It's an interesting matchup prior to next week when they get a nice rematch, but the better team's going to prevail.
San Antonio.
We've locked up a home field for the rest of the playoffs. It's just that good. We're going to win it all.
About.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to San Antonio versus Birmingham in the championship.
Oh, I see what he's saying. Rest of the playoffs
St.
as
Louis.
in losing next week.
Well, no, the championship's in St. Louis. That's what he's referring to.
Yeah, we locked up home field advantage the entire time.
Losing next week.
So AJ McCarron had a subpar game, 10 for 24, 115 yards, one touchdown, one interception.
He must still be hurt.
He might.
Probably
I could believe he's still hurt, or they were just playing very
reserved play calling.
Yeah, reserved. I think both teams played very reserved.
They were not wanting to play what they wanted to play. Save it for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's back-to-back weeks is one of the worst things you can get. So you don't want to like.
But that's why the whole league did it.
Yeah. Actually.
I think it's hilarious.
Then San Antonio also played fairly conservatively, but Quentin Dormandy played fairly okay. 15 for 27, 188 yards, one touchdown.
Best game of the year. No picks. He's still a bum, but still
better than his average.
Above 50% completion. I think.
What seems to have
maybe he
killed
didn't sell the
is...
playbook before this game. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
He's never gonna live that down to me, even though if he probably was innocent.
Same.
And then the Brahmas only had 56 rushing yards on the ground, which makes sense.
They're not.
They're not a good rushing team. They had more total yards, just in passing alone, or almost in passing alone. But the 56 rushing yards really does kill your drives. Morgan Ellison did have 3.9 yards per carry average, which is not bad.
Starter though.
That's pretty good, but they only 11 attempts, so and a long of 11, so it wasn't like he had any breakaways.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't think he's
Yeah, that's a pretty good game. Jacob Sailors also had a good game. 12 attempts for 50 yards with a long of 12. So, all around, not a bad game. I'm looking forward to next week. Next up, we have the DC Defenders taking on the Arlington Renegades. Arlington Renegades continue to stunt, defeat the DC Defenders 32-31. What can I say? The Defenders are trash. Luis Perez had an okay game. 2 interceptions, not great, but, they still won. I don't like college passer rating. I think it's stupid because I don't know what the high value is, and I don't know how to,
like over
evaluate.
1,000.
Yeah, I don't know how to evaluate it because it's like, 126. I don't know if that's actually good because, sure, he had 215 yards and 3 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions at a bad time could be awful.
That guy is still floating around 100 or lower, so 126 for this league anyway is okay at least.
Yeah, I would say his passing is about a little bit worse than DC's. Jordan Tamu had a great end to his season, 18 for 34, so just over 50%, not his best, but 218 yards with 2 touchdowns is pretty good. Arlington killed on the run. 4.3 yards per carry is killer. And,
that's rare. They never outrun teams. Never.
It's fitting that it's DC because they were not defending.
They probably also weren't trying.
That sums up my game.
They didn't make a beer stank though, so that's all that matters to them.
Yep.
For real.
Alright, let me pause video. Okay, let me go get this and up for my
I
stream.
Oh, I guess we're covering LFA preview before we do. But I have all three for the European League, Kyle,
Yep.
so, yeah.
All right, so here's my UFL game highlights. So Birmingham, Michigan was the first game, obviously. So
60 plus is easy for him. How about 39? It's good.
As a defense with those crossing routes.
Panthers 0 for 2 on third down until right now. Etling with a seam. Etling!
Danny Etling there.
Touchdown, Michigan!
Shout out.
Shocker. That's the goal.
From the 2-yard line, and it's Tawa. Conversion is good. Your last drive. Etling again flushed. Fires. Mariners open. He's got it.
That's my goat.
3 minutes into this third quarter, Stallions still on the initial drive.
Look at that beautiful tackling.
Phenomenal tackle.
Toward the goal line. Touchdown, Stallions.
He did it right there.
Yeah.
Still playing for DeLauro. Trying to make this a 3-point game. Rogers, they fake it to him. Martinez on the keeper. You know he's got the leg. And that's right on
That
target.
guy almost got it.
First and goal from inside
That
the
would've
5.
been so
Martinez
funny if he
pulls,
got
throws, touchdown,
He
Stallions.
did trust though, which is good.
Here's 1
Gets the
point.
snap
Now,
off. Martinez
take the lead.
fakes it to Marable, spits it out, and that'll count.
Wow. Almost
Michigan
so.
did have a chance to win it.
To cap the season
But he
with a
missed.
win.
Not making the NFL bum.
Yep. 53-yarder missed.
Trash.
These two teams will face each other
Yeah.
1 week from today at this same
Yeah,
field.
so rematch in that. All right, my other one.
As we
is
welcome you to Memphis, as the Houston Roughnecks.
1-8 versus 1-8, bottom of the barrel. This was actually for the first overall pick. They did switch it, so whoever wins it gets the first overall pick.
And Memphis is
Love
on
it.
the board first.
Under Kev.
So like they did in the first year of the USFL.
45-yard try.
I'm gonna have the
and
first
that will
overall
sneak
pick,
in
but
to tie this game up at 3
traded
apiece.
Yeah, you traded it away.
I'm okay with
White
it.
gets the hold
So
down.
Memphis can only
Thomas's
beat
kick is
Houston.
on the way. It is good. The double move.
2-8, but 2-0 against the
Love to the air,
Houston.
going up top, looking for the end zone, trying to drop it into the back corner. It's
Cannot believe
Daywood
Arlington lost to
Davis,
Houston.
and it is a touchdown. Ball off of fake. And he
The very
pushes
delayed
Barrett
handoff.
forward. Tonight just to watch him on the sidelines. 39-yard try to tie. And it is good, and we are all tied up at 12. Third and goal. It's Victor plowing for the touchdown. But isn't it fitting, Joel, in a season that has provided us close game after
Yeah.
close
Are they
game,
celebrating
we end the regular
securing the number
season
1?
with another one
Hey,
score game
you had to
as
win
the
to get the
Memphis
number 1 overall
Showboats lock
pick,
up the
so, you know,
first
win the
pick
win
of
for
the
him.
2025 draft and the first pick in every
So
subsequent
it's second to
round
last.
of that
Nice.
same draft.
Well, that's only because the two worst teams played each other in the last week.
Yeah.
So it's like the
It's
first.
like everything lined up so perfectly.
That happened in the first year of the USFL too, because they did the exact same thing there too. Because it was Michigan versus.
Interesting. So what I'm hearing is it's going to happen next year, and to make bets on that.
No, it's not going to happen next year. It's going to skip a year. Like it took
Oh,
2023
yeah,
off.
skip year,
so,
yeah.
All right, so now we're on to the ELF, right? ELF.
Are we doing the LFA?
Or we can do.
Championship
Oh no, we can do
preview?
the LFA preview now. Obviously, I'm stupid.
Yeah.
I'm getting all mixed up. Or I guess let me do this my stats and stuff.
Yeah, goddamn.
Yeah, I'm way out of whack. Okay, so Birmingham won 20-19. This is really a completely pointless game because everything was already set up to rematch next week.
For the
in
first
Birmingham.
overall pick?
Yeah, it's.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think it's also
We're
one of those
talking
games
about
that you just can't play too hard. Otherwise, you're risking injuries.
Yeah,
'cause you're going to play them again.
Both
you're
teams
gonna
are
give
playing
away
not
too
to
much.
get hurt.
Yeah,
So
and not to give away.
yeah, yeah.
For this game, it was actually pointless.
Yes, this was
to
entirely
not give
pointless.
away anything for next week.
Yeah. Now they have to go back to Arlington for the week, and then fly all the way back to Birmingham.
Yep.
So yeah. The other game was Houston at Memphis, which me and Nate did the trade last week, so I'm out Memphis. Memphis.
Good trade.
Yep, getting their second win. They can only beat the Gamblers. They're 2 wins. Yeah. No, not really important. So, our final statistical leader is Luis Perez with the leader in passing yards, Adrian Martinez with your leader in rushing yards, and Hakeem Butler with your leader in receiving yards.
Nice.
Here is
7 and first in passing, baby.
yeah. And here's the
Let's
final
go.
Yeah,
standings.
but what's the average based on games played?
I can go back.
I doubt it's a stat line. We'd have to probably. Oh no, average. Sweet.
Luis Perez.
Skill LSU,
Shit.
shut up.
And
Not even close. Not even close, you bum.
Adrian Martinez is really 8 games and not 10. That's the starting.
67% accuracy too.
Nice. Too bad he couldn't collect more W's.
Not his fault.
Yeah. Here's our final SRS ratings.
Nice.
Yeah. So, any changes in our tier list?
Nope.
I mean,
well, I guess you could.
I'd put
Memphis
Gamblers at the way bottom.
Oh yes.
Yeah, then I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Well, move on.
Actually, wait. Renegades.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, keep it as DC tier.
Yes. The
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, put. Wait, so are we kicking DC down or leaving them in DC?
We can leave. We can move. Keep them in DC.
I'm fine with
It's
that.
the 2D logos.
I thought it was an R. Oh, it is a D and an R.
It is a D. Yes.
Yeah, because they were the Dallas Renegades, even though that wasn't their logo. When they were Dallas.
should have stuck with
Shouldn't
the
have
freaking bandit.
changed the logo.
I agree. The old logo was sick.
Yeah.
It was baller. This new logo is trash. The worst one in the league, in my opinion.
All right. So.
I think that's a fair
Actually,
assessment.
DC might be.
DC kind of lame.
But the
I
rest.
don't hate DC.
The rest are for sure better.
I don't hate DCs because it's more of the change for Dallas for me. That they had such a good logo and changed it to something way worse.
They had debatably the best, and now so yeah.
I don't know about that, because Battlehawks, but
I said debatably the best.
I'd argue the best.
The second best.
I honestly think the Gamblers logo is the best logo. And they also got rid of that because they switched to the stupid name.
But I like the rip-off logo.
You like your knockoff Oilers logo? Yeah. Alright. On to the LFA. We got our championship, the Tazon Mexico. I'm not sure how to pronounce the O accented. But here's your last 2 matchups between the Raptors and the Cadillos. Cadillos have won both, but they've
pretty big one this year.
Yeah, it's your 2 teams. So you guys got any special comments you want to make about your teams?
I remember when we started watching the LFA, a meme of the Raptors logo turning into the Falcons.
Or no, it was turning into the Bills. The Bills logo.
I swear they also had one where it was also the Falcons. No. Yeah, I think you're actually.
It was
more
the Bills
right.
because they lost the 4 straight championships.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. Yep. And yeah. So I have a feeling that's more or less how this game is gonna go.
Yeah, probably because the Raptors have a bunch of actual Mexicans on their team, and the Cadillos is full of imports.
Yep. All I gotta say is I just don't know what it's like to lose, and I'm truly a blessed man.
Yep. Alright. We used Suno to make some fight songs, so we're going to play those. I'm not sure if you two are going to be able to hear it because we're having troubles of this streaming. But we'll play through the songs for the listening audience at least.
Dang it.
Yeah, we can't hear it.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Jeremy Johnson throwing gold. Malik Stanley never fold. Leandra Crosby fierce and bold. Defense strong, they break the mold. Crowd is cheering loud and clear. Victory is always near. Oh Carlos, we will fight underneath the stadium lights, with our heroes standing tall. Together we conquer all. Jerry throws with power and grace. Miley catches, sets the pace. Every game a sight to see, for the fans and the city. Leandra tackles never miss. Feel the pride, feel the bliss. Together bound by fibre and steel. In the skills, true power will feel. Oh Carlos, we will fight underneath the stadium lights, with our heroes standing tall. Together we conquer all.
Alright, since I got through the verses that you're gonna repeat, so I'm just gonna skip so you guys aren't sitting in silence for super long. So, here's the Raptors.
Then occupy the warriors of the field. QB Guerrero, bullet passes like shields. Kevin Viascan running through the night. Dance of the shadows hidden in plain sight. Ole for the green and the black. Raptors storming with no looking back. Aye, 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 knock, knock, that's pride. With Guerrero, Viascan on our side. Guerrero throws the ball, distant comet bright. End zone magnet, pulling with might. Viascan on the rush, like a ghostly breeze. Defenders falling, catch them on their knees. Over clouds they roll like a lion's den. Edgar Gonzalez, the mighty within. Linebacker fierce like a thunderous quake. Taking down rivals, no room for mistake. Ole for the green and the black. Raptors storming with no looking back. Aye, 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 knock off the pride. With Guerrero, Viascan on our side. Edgar G, the wall, impenetrable might. Quarterback shiver under stadium lights. Johan Guerrero, the general call. Lead us to glory, never let us fall.
Alright. Okay. Those are the 5 songs we made. I'll link them in the description. We are on to the ELF. So you have said you have 3 games.
Yep, and since Kyle's doing the flashing screen of death. Oh, Kyle, how many you got?
I have 2, so you can go first.
Well, I have more, so usually we
No, that's fine. You can go first.
Okay,
The Free Country.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Figured it was. I don't know. Okay. First game I had was Barcelona dragging these nuts to another loss. I mean their first of the year. 42-12 was the final. The second quarter is what really put it in for them. You know, losing that quarter by 22 is kind of rough. They did have 400 yards though on the day, which is pretty impressive, I suppose. 250 passing yards to the air and over 100 yards rushing. Offense wasn't necessarily the problem. It was just about capitalizing and finding the end zone was their biggest issue. So Levi Lewis, 239. I meant to put 352 there, not 252. Or one of those is wrong. I don't know which one's wrong. But he had a touchdown pass and an interception. He also ran for 40 yards. So best rusher had 50 rushing yards and a touchdown. Not even going to bother saying his name. So, and then William Patterson had that dog in him. 10 catches, 176 yards and a touchdown. Both teams only had one turnover. This was the main difference, though, was the third down conversion. 7 for 10 for Madrid. Whereas Imagine Dragon D's nuts across your chin was only 4 for 13. So I do have a new bit where I'm just going to go over the key comments of the game and shout.
I wonder how the Catalonians felt about losing to the Madrid. You know, they don't get along.
It's a great question. Can I find? Yep, here we go. You play against a team that debuts and you get a sovereign beating, but hey, nothing happens. So that is our comment of the game.
Nice.
The Raiders Tyrell. It has a pretty good comment for the translation. So next game they're at home against the Raiders for getting a Magic Dragon these nuts dragged across their chin for a 25-point loss. So the Milano Seaman, as we mentioned, fired the offensive coordinator, and you see why, 7 points and allowed 47.
He's 7 points more than last week. He improved.
Yes, technically infinite more points than they had last week. So pretty impressive. And the first quarter was tied, and so now they've only been shut out 7 of the 8 quarters this season. So that's a marginal improvement. Only 8 first downs, 156 yards to 340. The passing yards is pretty sad. Zachary Bronkhorst, he did have a lone touchdown with the rushing touchdown, I guess. So the Ravens didn't necessarily have a dominant receiver, but they did run the ball pretty well with Rodney. Had 16 rushes for 98 yards. Again, both teams only had 1 turnover. The key differentiator is Milano no longer plays in Italy. Get ready to learn you're not good enough for this league's. They should probably just go back because they're getting absolutely waxed. To allow 40 points a game right now is pretty depressing. But shout out to my boy Fabius61 for this comment. Once we find it, Fabius. All right. 85 points conceded in 2 matches. Are you sure the problem is only the offense? So shout out to Fabius for that comment.
Stating the truth.
For spit bars. And the Milano Seamen do have a chance this week, though. They take on the Mercenaries. So I don't know how I feel about that game, considering how bad it's been, and they kept
I think
it up
the Mercenaries
against the
still
Dragons.
win. Just not a complete blowout.
I would probably. I'm leaning towards that with you there. But and the five words of Kanye. Who's in Paris? The Musketeers are in Paris, baby, but not for this week, as they smoke the Hamburg Sea Devils, Hamburg, whatever you want to say, 41-14. This is my good team in this league. First downs, 28 is the highest total I've seen out of any team I've covered this year. They also doubled the Sea Devils in yards. So they had 200 rushing yards. So they really the big difference was they were able to just attack at will no matter what. And it helps that your quarterback, Zachary Edwards, he threw for 4 touchdowns, but he also ran for 67 yards and 2 touchdowns. Definitely a player of the game. And then Austin Mitchell. Actually, I say player of the game, but this guy had 4 touchdowns and 152 yards on 9 catches. So Austin Mitch, I don't know. The Sea Devils might have a worse defense than the Seamen, because that's just ridiculous. No turnovers. Key differentiator, as I mentioned, 14 is not great, but allowing 28 is crazy. Key comment of the game goes to my buddy Barnbecker 85 on the Sea Devil. I believe this is on the Sea Devils page.
You copied game.
Oh gosh, dang it! I copied game. Hang on. Thank you.
Yeah, quit copying game.
Yeah, cringe. And it was from this guy right here. It was clearly not Hamburg at the stadium. and we're going to go down and just look at they're laughing. I wish they would let us translate these, but I'm guessing this person, knowing my expertise on Insta comments, I'm guessing this person's saying, bye, we don't want you here. Clown emoji, that was really why I came to this guy. Give a like to that dude, and then first league stadiums are nothing for you, based. So another clown, a lot of people are this guy, so shout out to my boy Barm Decker 85 for that comment. So those are next game is also at home against Frankfurt Galaxy, where I think Paris will be settled into reality a bit, but we'll see.
All right, Kyle.
All right. So, share my screen. All right. So first up, we have the Rheinfire taking on the Frankfurt Galaxy at Frankfurt. This game was interesting, I would say. So Rheinfire won 31-20. Rheinfire had a lead going into the half, and then it felt like almost nothing really happened in the second half. Rheinfire scored 10 in the fourth quarter, but Frankfurt just couldn't get anything going. Rheinfire also had almost 100 more total rushing yards, with that entire difference coming from the rushing game. Frankfurt only having 64 on the ground. Average yards per play seemed high, I will say that. So Rheinfire got away with 7.4 yards per play against Frankfurt's 5.7. I feel like that sounds high. If you're averaging 5.7 per play.
If you're combining passing, though, actually 5 is pretty low.
Is it?
Yeah, because you probably wanted to be averaging about 8 yards a pass, probably, so 8 to 9. And so if you're taking rushing into account, that's going to be about, if you want to be around 4, that's going to drop you a bit.
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah, because it's also considering drop passes. It's not like it's only complete.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because it's yards per play, which it just feels high. So you're saying, like, every time they like move, I guess it can make sense, like, just a lot of, like, breakaways and then just, like, stoppages. But, yeah, 7.5 and almost 6 feel high. But,
what's your other game?
Decent third down efficiency by, actually very good third down efficiency by Frankfurt. Decent for Rheinfire. 54 is actually really good.
There must have been turnovers that are not counting on this.
Yeah, there has to be some kind of turnover or something, because 54 is just really high. Or, yeah, I don't know. That just doesn't add up. Time of possession, almost equal. Give or take about 10%. Then I'm assuming penalties weren't tracked as well. Yeah. So yeah, I have a feeling there were some turnovers here, because these stats just don't add up otherwise.
Yeah, they're the different site that they have stats posted on that's a little bit more thorough.
Yeah.
That I'll send you a link to for.
I'm just gonna say I would use that, because
something just doesn't feel right there. But Rheinfire come away with the win, so good week for them. Next up, we have Stuttgart Surge against the Panthers. I do not know how to say that, so I'm just gonna avoid it.
Warclaw.
Warclaw. Warclaw. They did not show up to fight the war with their claws. So
how do you almost lose a game outgaining your opponent by nearly 400 yards?
Yeah,
you had to have had like 4 turnovers.
Over doubled their total yards. I have a feeling interceptions and fumbles are not being considered here. Average yards per play makes a lot more sense here, with the Panthers averaging 4 to Stuttgart's 8.2.
I'll see if I can find the full stats of these games. So.
For real.
Third down efficiencies are good for both teams, 40%, 38%.
Respectable.
Yeah.
Time of possession.
So it has to be another situation with a lot of turnovers. But they came away with the win. Yeah, very interesting because
So,
they murdered them on the pack.
had 4 turnovers.
Yep, that. Wait, wait.
Wait, what?
Like they took 4?
No, they had 4 turnovers. They turned over the ball 4 times. So both teams lost 2 fumbles, and then Warsaw also threw 2 picks.
See, this is why.
This just
So
doesn't
that's
make sense
the
to me.
opposite I would have thought.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have thought it was the
Considering
opposite.
the amount you know what?
Wait, is it doing the thing where it's saying fumbles recovered and interceptions caught? Because it's saying like what they're taking.
No. I think what happened, they must have turned the ball over in Stuttgart territory. You just get more yards that way. That's my
Yeah,
guess.
it has to be. It just doesn't really make sense otherwise because they killed them in
Yeah, I
terms
don't
of
know.
yardage.
That's a very weird game.
637 yards looks like
That's a very weird game.
that should be like
Well,
60
600
plus.
yard. Yeah.
When
600
it's that
yards is like
big of a
60
difference
points.
And it's a 10-point win, you would have expected them to.
Stuttgart was 4 for 10 and 3rd down.
Okay, that's not bad, but yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad, but
It depends where those
Well,
guys. To be fair,
well,
maybe they don't have a kicker, so they're
maybe
just always going.
yeah, we need
for
to
it.
That's a
find
good
more
point.
stats on that. Yeah.
that's a good point.
Yeah, this just feels off based on these stats, but yeah, I believe these stats are correct. I could believe it. I've seen games like this, where this team is trailing by 1
It's a
possession. Very Illini. And this team is like murdering them in yards, and this team almost loses still because they didn't have a kicker, and they and a lot of untimely turnovers. And then Mercenaries were on a bye.
Oof. Week 2, man.
Week 2 bye. Yep, better than a week 1. But
Story of my teams, to be honest.
All right.
Mhm.
So here's my UFL. or ELF. I had 2 games, so. So this was Raiders versus Vienna, the T-roll. What I've learned going through these is the highlights is that the audio quality of the commentators is very inconsistent between the games.
like even of the same ones, like same teams, or like.
Well, I haven't really watched 2 teams in this playing the same stadium, so.
Oh, okay. I mean, I feel like you could say that about some sports commentators in the States, but overall,
No,
I think
I'm not talking about the actual quality of the commentating. I'm talking about the actual quality of the audio.
Oh, okay.
He is now on the injured reserve. Reichel.
Great defense.
Yeah.
Great. They barely even touched him.
A lot of people.
Yeah, I'm
there,
pretty sure he went untouched. Yeah, this game had like 10,000 attendance. It was the second most attended game.
Good for them.
Yeah.
And James Brooks is going to be
It's the free play
What do we got
because
here?
throw it deep.
this is Prague versus Berlin.
And there he is.
Free
Aaron
play and
Jackson.
allow that.
Spar.
If you're gonna be offsides, at least don't do that.
Miles now gets picked. And the ball's going the other way.
Prague is not very good,
Thunder going down the
by the way.
sidelines. He's out there with some speed, trying to get in front of him.
I can tell.
They're another team that should have stayed in their own
Was
their
that
own country
not
league.
a wait? Was that not a block in the back?
Nah, maybe they should just get good.
Luanda wasn't quite able to pick up the first down.
I-
Was I the only one who saw that? Like,
I saw that, Kyle, and I was gonna agree with you, but Jackson's response was too good.
true. Oh wow, look at that defense.
Yeah.
Broke the same guy's ankle like
Yeah,
2
Prague
times.
is another
This-
team that needs to go back to their own league.
He's looking to throw it deep. And he's got a man wide
This
open.
league also
Jackson.
is just very offensive minded for sure.
Snap is a little
Because
low,
we're
but
seeing
gets
way too
set
many
up,
games.
Yo, that's a
passing
great
for over
kick.
400 yards.
And it is good.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
feel
like
like
a
that. I feel like these kickers are good.
And yet they didn't choke?
Snap was a little high.
European kickers
The kick is good.
being good at kicking. I can't believe people that grew up on soccer are good at kicking.
He's gonna stay. They double team kick.
Same.
Lyles
I bet
looking
all
deep
of them
down
are
the
good at
right-hand
kicking.
side, and it is caught.
Getting mossed.
Down the sideline. Will he make
Yeah.
it?
I don't know if they should go back to their own league if you're getting mossed. Maybe it's the Thunder this problem.
Oh.
That's a bad snap.
Oh.
Dog.
And who else?
Okay, I take it back. That was really bad.
It's Kyle Kitchens on it.
I was trying to defend.
No, that wide receiver is actually pretty good. I'll show you his stat line.
Will take over. Merrill Zero will start in the backfield. And they throw
And
downfield.
Moss.
There he is.
That's not
No,
a
that was not
moss.
Moss. He was just open.
That's gonna be a
He was
touchdown
just
for
open.
the Frog Lions.
Hey, when we talk about that Thanksgiving game, the last catch was like that. Where it was like a short dump off that he took to the house.
This time
is
he's
bad
got it
tackling.
open, and it's Kuwanda
Yeah,
down the
that
sideline.
is fair.
And Kuwanda with a massive touchdown.
The other three,
That's a
though.
good snap. And it's down.
Good lord.
This time the wind doesn't force it out to the right. He's got it.
Okay. So, first game, Vienna versus T-Roll, 27-6. The Shield quarterback was not very good against
And Holmes, Vikings, dude, you can't make that up. You can't make that up, Kyle. B. Holmes,
Nice.
Vikings.
Nice.
That's
His name
hilarious.
is Ben Holmes, the quarterback.
I don't
Damn.
care.
Okay.
It's Brandon now.
It's Brandon now. Yeah, he spread the ball around. 3 different guys that had their touchdowns. So, yeah. Both teams sucked on third down, evidently.
Oh my gosh. How do you score 48 points with
No,
3 for 13 on third down?
27. This is 27. This is the first game.
I'm sorry. It's the first game.
Yeah. But the time differential possession is kind of funny.
40 is wild.
Yeah. So Vienna kind of kicked the crap out of. Vienna's the one team that didn't need to stay in their own league. They've actually proven their worth. All right. Prague versus Berlin. Berlin could have won by more, but they threw 2 picks.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Oh wow, yeah, the Prague guy.
Yeah. So, yeah, he had a good game. 3 receptions, 127 yards. touchdown.
Kyle's right. That's a Randy Moss Thanksgiving line.
But then there's this guy who, Awesome Berlin, who was also really good. But he actually did his over a lot of catches.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's just a
3
pretty good game.
receptions, 2 touchdowns.
Both teams sucked on third down in this game, too. But, yeah. Berlin is much better than Prague. Prague is not very good. Here is the game that none of us had, which was Teyarvar versus Cologne, the 35-10.
Oh, the who cares game.
Yes. But Cologne's quarterback's last name is Weed, though.
I was about to point that out, and how about the great value Johnny Manziel and Johnny Mangel?
Yeah.
And his first name's probably not Johnny, but I'm
No.
gonna go with it.
Probably not. Yeah. So, there was that game.
Nice.
All right. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like their passing stats have updated through 2 weeks, so it's just from week 1. Jacob
Nice.
Sullivan is still probably your passing leader. He used to be in Frankfurt, but they let him walk for some reason. I don't know why.
Frankfurt moment.
Yeah, here's our standings.
W.
Ryan's in first over here. Stuttgart
W.
and Vienna.
Nice.
Yep. Here is the SRS through 2 weeks.
Goodness sakes.
Nice.
See, Ryan is so good. Frankfurt lost to them, and it's still the second best team.
What?
In the SRS.
How do they have a
That's actually
39?
That's the
Who
craziest
knows?
SRS of all time.
Yeah.
Are you sure you plugged that incorrectly?
Yes, it is incorrect. And
I have
then
to say,
Milan
you
and
know,
Prague
the
are both
semen I'm
bad.
releasing. You know, we're only at minus 40. Get it together.
Yeah, you could be like me.
Idiots.
Negative 46.8. We're in like
Seriously.
where Ruse were at one point. So this league might actually be capable of giving us the worst SRS.
Yep.
For sure.
Especially difference between top and bottom. All right. We doing anything with the SRS or any of this? Here, Prague can come to the bottom now, and Cologne won, so Cologne can go up.
Didn't Berlin win?
Berlin won, so they can go to the front of D.
Paris
Because their
won,
win
so
was against Prague, so.
bring the Dragons down to D tier now.
The Dragons, oh.
Yeah, and then
The
Paris can
Dragons.
go at least to B for now.
I think Paris should stay in Who's in Paris.
Hamburg.
They won pretty convincingly, though. I
Yeah,
want
but
them
who's
to
in
stay.
Paris?
I want the
Madrid
Bulls.
beat the Dragons, yeah.
Madrid, yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with.
But they lost to Vienna.
Yeah, I'm fine with the Panthers staying there because they lost to the quote-unquote best team, and still played well despite being out-yarded by over double.
Well, Frankfurt lost to the best team.
Sorry, they lost to Stuttgart.
Stuttgart.
Yeah, it was close. Realistically, they kept it close enough. My bad. I mixed them up. But yeah.
I'll put Frankfurt at the top of Food in Paris because I don't really know until I see them play another team.
Yeah.
Playing Paris.
I'm fine with that.
Right? Yeah. Cool.
We'll make F tier to go back home.
Yes.
D for Dragon.
There you go.
I'm happy with that.
It's our best tier list.
We're only 1 week or 2 weeks in. All right. On to the IFL.
I have 1.
I have 1 too, so I'll go first.
I have 3, but I always go last.
Okay, so the Pirates are once again a skill issue. Still can't win on the road. Final score 52-48. Frisco eating that dub. Frisco didn't start off well, but they took over in the second.
But TJ was back.
TJ was back. I was getting there. Had less first downs, but the penalties were not rigged. Mass had more penalties as we had more yards, but they had more penalties. So obviously it was a fair ref game. Mass had more yards, probably to be expected since TJ was the first week back in a while. But he did run for 68 yards and a couple touchdowns. It was efficient through the air as well. So. And he was the best runner. Cole Blackman was the best receiver for Frisco. 5 catches, 74 yards, and a couple touchdowns. Mass had 1 fumble. Frisco had no turnovers. The key differentiator was my one and only Sunshine making his glorious return. So the key comments of the game belongs to Zion Don't. So we'll go over here. And...
What is I not supposed to do? Eat another burger?
We sunk the ship. That's also a W comment. Why? Oh, they don't let me like it. Oh, that's a whatever.
You probably have to like the whole post because that's probably attached to the picture.
Oh, that's right. Because this guy's a moron. So grill this guy in the chat. He said this stayed the same score after the half. Defenses started tryharding. Nope. Not even close to true, buddy. You know, I won't comment it. I'll be nice. I'll be nice this time. But this guy is clearly a moron. Look at the box score. The score did not stay the same at half. I don't know what he's talking about. So he's on crack.
I think they looked at the final score back-to-back twice and said, oh, wow, that was halftime. Wow, that's final.
Had to have been. Only explanation. Quad City as their next opponent, so Frisco.
Add another dub.
Barring anything insane, should be a pretty walk in the park dub.
Yep.
Give your stream a smiley face.
Thank you.
All right. So, I've got the Northern Arizona Wranglers taking on the Vegas Nighthawks. You know, you guys were laughing at me when I was thinking about this game. I didn't take them, but I knew it would be a close game.
Yeah.
And that it was. Arizona won 58-52 against the Nighthawks. All things considered, it wasn't a bad passing game, and it wasn't a bad run game. It just came down to stops, and Arizona being able to get 2 good field goals compared to Vegas's just 1. Arizona did have about 50 more passing yards, albeit about 80 less rushing. But that interception was kind of costly, as well as a costly sack for Vegas.
Okay.
So Northern Arizona stuns debatably the best team in the West, so now it's a lot more questionable on the West again.
I apologize, Northern Arizona. I wasn't familiar with your game.
Yeah.
I thought they were like 4 and 5.
No, they were not.
I'm sorry.
They were a solid 4th, which doesn't necessarily say anything, but the West
It
is
says
stacked
I
on
slept
top.
on them.
Yeah, the West is stacked on top. I will say that.
Yeah, even their under 500 team is good because San Antonio is good.
That is average sports moment. It's always the West that's the best, and the East always sucks.
Yep.
Always.
Yeah, the West there's just a lot of parity at the top, and I like it.
Yeah.
And we'll just see as the season progresses how it goes, because now there's no real clear first. I guess it's Bay Area for now, but I think Northern has beaten Bay Area, and I believe one of their wins is Bay Area.
Usually the top dog doesn't win in this league, so.
Yeah.
Cough, cough, Frisco.
So right now it's the top
deny
3 plus 1, because I think the one that hasn't beaten any of them is who is it?
San Diego.
It's Strike Force.
Yeah,
Yes.
San Diego.
They're consistently good, but they just can't beat the top level. They are literally the definition of Penn State.
Ranked, but too highly ranked.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so I got my games. IFL.
Myler takes a snap, gets
This
the
first game
push.
was Green Bay versus Quad
Touchdown,
City.
Green Bay. Fake. Myler to the end zone. Is he in? He is.
It's over.
Irwin fakes the handoff, now hands up to Vander, up the middle. Vander piling his way into
Is
the end
this
zone.
the dagger?
Touchdown, Quad City Steamwheelers. Snap to Myler, 4-man rush, wide open, caught. Jalen
Holy
Cagle,
crap, Green Bay's
touchdown,
gonna be
Green Bay
8 and
Blizzard.
Yeah, the big.
Yeah.
They matched their win total from last year.
Yep. They were sleeper good.
Yeah.
Like Northern Arizona.
I was doubting him pretty hard at the beginning of the season, and now I just can't doubt him anymore.
At least they're Green Bay, I paid more attention to them. They've done fairly well. I just, again, didn't realize they were
I mean, this
I
is their
just don't
first
like him out
good
of
year in
principle.
like a decade, though.
decade, yeah.
I just don't like him out of principle, but they're decent.
I just don't like him, mostly because Lambo's fake news, so. Yeah, iconic my butt. Why are you playing in Milwaukee till the 90s? Not that good of a stadium.
I wouldn't be mad if Green Bay ended up winning.
Oh,
I wouldn't either.
They would deserve it. They have
Yeah.
a good fan base.
Yeah, good fan base.
Oh yeah, the franchise definitely deserves it. That's about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Pitch out to Vander, cuts back against the grain. He's in. Forward motion and takes a snap. It'll be a handoff to
Jeez,
Burgess.
it's
Does that put him on top in the East?
Burgess cuts back. DJ Burgess
Frisco
to
is
the
also
line. Touchdown.
8-2,
Oh,
aren't they?
there. Okay.
Yeah,
couldn't
but Green Bay beat us, so yeah.
Final score.
Also,
Okay.
that's not how tiebreakers work in this league.
36.
I don't know. We'll see the standings when we
Green
get.
Bay moves to 8-2.
And a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside with Denny
Is it
Premier
Sioux Falls?
Game day. Here, 2nd and 2 now.
Tank Bowl.
John Williams for the burst of speed past the block and Trayshawn Hudson. There's
It's
your
also-
first. And it will be returnable from the back
Yep,
of the
Tank
end zone.
Bowl.
It comes. That one on a busted tackle.
Oh.
There's only the kicker to beat him,
Beat the
and this
kicker,
one's
beat the
gonna go
kicker. It's not hard.
I mean, it's a scoring play. He's sure scoring plays, so he
Yeah.
obviously beats the kicker.
Goes to Carlos
I love the energy though.
Yes. I just wanted to see if he plowed him or if he just walked around him. It was more or less a walk around.
Why
Nice.
we suck. I keep forgetting our quarterback's left-handed. Oh wait, no. I'm retarded. Sorry, I'm dumb. Don't cancel me for saying retarded.
It's okay, you're just neurodivergent.
Did you mean retarded?
Smith will take the direct snap.
All right, now you guys say, Kyle.
I have a soundboard for this.
I'm not a big fan of the government. Not a big fan of the government.
No, I did this. God, I'm fucking retarded.
Hand off to Carlos Thompson. He's got moving company in front of him. Makes a move. Dives for the end zone. Reaches across.
Really give a soundboard of yourself.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's really funny. Oh, I remember you doing that. Man, that's a throwback.
Burst of speed. Hudson falling into the end zone. Touchdown. Sioux Falls Storm by 1. Low snap. Smith recovers. Fires to the back of the end zone. That one's the time. Somebody missed it.
Why isn't the left-handed quarterback running?
Renzo will take the snap.
Because we're not good at anything.
Scrambling finds Carlos
I
Thompson.
don't know. There's some pretty good left-handed running quarterbacks.
The handoff to Williams.
We're good with dogs. That's about
Fires to
it.
the end zone. That one tipped in the air. Williams
I was about to say,
tried to hold
quarterbacks
Yeah,
named
that was
Michael
a point
and
to tie
Atlanta,
it, but
they're
yeah.
left-handed.
in the end zone. They had it. They lost it. And there's just not enough time to run another play. Iowa's going to win this game by 2.
Of course is the penalty. Typical. Refs cheating my teams. That's so typical.
Stubbs and Payton in motion. Perry, quarterback draw, cuts to the left.
We got the Spencer Rattlers versus the Jacksonville
Steve hands it out to Shannon Brooks around the corner and into the end zone. Sends receivers in motion. He'll take the snap delayed. Quarterback run. There goes Perry again.
Go where
See you later, Nkosi. Perry. Reed and Miles in motion. Sneed throws over the middle. Has his man for a touchdown. Oh.
Sneed's feed and feed. Formerly
This
Chuck's.
kick is away. It's
Ooh,
up.
good kick.
Did wild trajectory on the kick.
I was going to say, it looked like he was going to shake
Yeah,
that.
the wind caught it.
Yeah, the wind in the stadium.
Nice, he got tackled into the end zone.
Perry under pressure, rolls right now, looks.
Dog.
Oh!
I'm
You know, it's a
sorry,
good thing a defender was there.
how do you get beat that bad in indoor?
I'm
sorry. Oh my gosh. I stand
Good thing a
corrected.
defender was there.
Arizona,
Happened again.
Perry with the hold, the kick is up.
We're only good at kicking.
Figenshire connects, I believe.
Their kicker from last year's in Canada now.
Second and long, Dalton Sneed.
Again?
Oh my gosh. Alright, that's actually
Yeah, at least it was close.
relatively reasonable.
That was just a good placed ball.
That's
Yeah, that
a
was just good
yeah.
placement.
Oh my goodness.
Willie, okay, what is he gonna
Is
do
it,
to the kicker?
is it a Jacksonville? Is it a Jackson highlight with that at least one kicker turn in the game? I swear all your games have at least one kicker turn. Am I wrong?
Or deuces.
Or deuces, yeah, it's one or the other. My games almost never have either.
Goal from the 1 yard line. Perry hands it off to Williams, breaks the tackle,
Good
through
run.
Williams into the end zone. Jacksonville back within 8.
Carpet
7-point
man
lead.
flooring touchdown. Nice.
Sneed pump fakes, throws over the middle, has his man, flag is
Yeah, but the
down.
real highlight is that sponsor in the corner, Dick's Wings.
Dalton Sneed keeps it
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I've seen it before because Jackson's made that joke. in the
Yes,
past.
I love Dick's Wings.
Dick's Wings, baby.
If I ever go to Jacksonville, I am going to Dick's Wings.
Yeah, but why would you go to Jacksonville?
To go to Dick's Wings.
Get Dick's Wings.
All right, on to the. Let me do stats and stuff. I'm stupid. All right. Quad City, Green Bay. Green Bay kicked the shit out of Quad City. It was very depressing.
So bad they don't have a logo.
Yeah, I wanted to kill myself. Both quarterbacks played. Max Malore had a good game. I never really get upset at Green Bay doing well, though, you know, because they're a good fan base. They're an old team.
And they actually play in the arena they say they play in.
Yeah, they're not
Unlike
fake.
another Green Bay football
Fake
team.
Green Bay. Iowa versus Sioux Falls was a really good game, back and forth. Sioux Falls had the chance to tie it at the end, but missed that 2-point conversion.
Right.
Yep, even though it was in Sioux Falls.
Yeah, you brought the away refs.
Well, we did bring in a quarterback that we signed last week. No.
And that's pretty standard for Sioux Falls right now.
Yeah. Linda Brown playing like an old quarterback, because that's what he is for Sioux Falls. Here's the games we didn't have. San Diego beat Tulsa, which is not surprising at all.
Nope.
Tulsa always gets really good attendance. 7,000 people is pretty good.
Not a lot to do.
Dedicated fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, dedicated
It's
fans
that
for
or
a
you
two-year-old
Yeah,
team.
you either do that or go to a casino. There's no in between in Tulsa.
You could go to their hockey team, the also Tulsa Oilers.
That's true.
Nate Davis, 5 touchdowns, classic Nate Davis. And then the last game was Duke City getting their first win. Absolutely embarrassing performance by Tucson.
Losing 21-20 is cool. It was Falcons gonna Falcon. Normally that spread. Normally I would say that spread doesn't warrant it. But considering, I'm improving. This is Falcons gonna Falcon of the week.
Yep, that's Falcons gonna Falcon.
All right.
They choked the second half
to a winless team. That's crazy. You only scored 20 against a winless team. Get Falcons gonna Falcon.
Yeah, you didn't score in the entire second half.
That's embarrassing.
Just watching it slowly slip away.
Bum organization fold.
Well, now the winless team has a win, right?
Yep. Everybody had the win.
No. That's funny.
Yeah. So, passing leader still Castronova, despite the fact he's played one less game than the two people behind him.
Ridiculous. Dude, this is crazy.
Yeah. Jimmy Robinson still your leading rusher, and DJ Myers is still your leading receiver, despite Zach playing one less game than the two people behind him. Okay, standings. They still have Frisco 1 here, because they're 5-1 in conference. They have better higher conference win percentage. I guess that's first. That's okay. First tiebreaker is conference win percentage.
I still think first tiebreaker should be head to head.
Well, I'm sure it will even out by the end of the year.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yep.
Yeah. This side is so top heavy because all these teams are good.
East.
All these teams are good.
The bottom 4 in the East.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quad City's in 4th.
Yeah, the Quad City's, I think, is in the playoffs right now.
It's always the East that sucks.
Yeah, these two teams. These are the two good teams.
It's happening again.
And then all these teams are good.
Quad City's really gonna beat Frisco again.
Yeah, let's go.
We're really gonna beat Frisco under 500. Oh man.
Green Bay's gonna walk to that championship.
Probably.
At least on that side, and then they'll get smoked by whoever wins this. Unless they all kill each other.
San Diego's not. Yeah. Okay.
Rattlers being out right now is wild.
Yeah.
The context is, though, their quarterback was hurt for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't be if Snead was healthy.
Yeah. Because they beat them in the opener.
Mm-hmm.
Here is the SRS. Bay Area's 1. Vegas 2. San Diego 3.
What? You mean to tell me the top 3 teams in SRS are in the West?
Then Green Bay above Frisco. Then Naz. Then Arizona. Then the Gunslingers. Massachusetts.
Duke City! Duke City moved up!
All the way to 3.
Wow, they're not dead last.
3rd.
Proud of you guys.
They're not dead last by a lot.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Jacksonville's crazy.
We're still on our NAL championship hangover.
I don't mean to brag,
and
but
the fact that
we do.
San Antonio stole most of our players.
Yeah. I don't mean to brag. We are below Duke City with an extra win, so.
Hype. Alright, either S or
All right,
S.
Duke needs to get some kind of compensation. Pass
So,
him.
Vegas,
moving
Vegas
Rattlers
out
up.
of S tier. Vegas out of S tier. San Diego needs to move down. I don't know why we had it.
Naz has to move up.
Move Green
Naz
Bay.
has to move up.
Wait, did we really have Green Bay below Frisco?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot to do that. There we go. It's flipped
Yeah,
down.
I was gonna say.
I feel like Duke City can pass Jacksonville. You know, give them some credit.
They could probably move.
They can go better
Yeah.
both of them. We'll give them their SRS spot.
Yeah.
Yes. Tucson should move down to F tier. I know we have too many teams in F tier.
I'm at the point where I don't think Panthers deserve the S tier alone.
They move them behind Quad City. Actually, Quad City's 4 and 5. They should not be in F tier.
Yeah, so I feel like
Because they're not
Panthers
good,
shouldn't
to be fair.
Wait, can you pull up SRSs
No,
again?
they're not. But
I put
the rest of the teams in F tier have 1 or 2 wins.
I think file. There we go. UFL.
Yeah, I feel like there shouldn't
that's
be
why San
Bay
Diego
Area
is high.
shouldn't be in the S tier because it just feels like they're so close. I feel like they just don't look like they're the one team above all the other ones right now. Maybe next week, but I don't know.
They're 8-1. I think 1 loss warrants S tier.
Okay.
And they're the champions.
Yeah,
so
they're the defending champs.
I
Fair.
would probably argue moving them down if they weren't, but they're
Yeah, I
defending
forgot about
titles,
the
so
defending champions. Give them
I
credit.
I think they warrant S tier.
Yeah. Fair.
Okay. Alright, on to the National Arena League.
I think I had both right. Yep. Okay. Oh man, I can't remember if these were really toxic comments or not.
Cobra's one probably is.
So this game was close. Carolina better get ready to learn bankrupt ease, buddy, because that trophy case that they built for the end of the year is going to look like it's empty. Flash over to the Fairly Odd Parents meme, and this is where I put my trophy if I had one.
Yeah.
So 62-35 was your final. Carolina did have the lead in the first, and they forgot to play football. The penalties were not rigged. Carolina had 13, we had 8, so obviously fair. It's clearly not rigged because you had more yards. Just skill issue. So Vernon Reed has been a blessing. 6 for 7, 104 yards.
Stop stealing my quarterbacks, Nate.
My teams have a nasty habit of doing that. And he also ran for 2 touchdowns as well. Guy Myers put the team on Carolina's back with 3 touchdowns and 111 rushing yards, and they still got waxed. So Fred Bruno, who's a running back, led in receiving, 4 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown. And Carolina had 2 turnovers. Sandy Rizzo is our commenter of the game. The problem with this one is
Facebook.
It's Facebook, so I don't have the direct link to the actual post.
Yeah, it's almost a screenshot moment.
Yeah, I probably should have screenshotted it, but that's okay. Good Lord, I might not. Okay, thank you.
Oh, there.
It's got to be this. Yep, the game was tough to watch, but yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, because it was 1-0. I was very confused by that. So laugh reaction because how in the world do you want to know? You literally just lost, so get wrecked. Unfortunately, the comments for those are actually not as toxic as you think, because
yeah, it's Facebook.
Because it's a bunch of old people.
Yep.
Well, they're just not really active on the other sites too. Key differentiator was the discipline, and next game is a bye. The championship will be decided if Carolina when Carolina loses to Omaha. Sioux City will get to lose in the championship to Omaha, so I'm pulling for that, so I have a guaranteed ring. but we will see. So gotta play the game. So, and speaking of Omaha, they won this game 56-34. Colorado. I'm used to saying Carolina. Jumped ahead early. This game did not have stats, which was really weird for a change. But Omaha had it. Moment. For real, on top of other things that we're going to learn about. 29 bomb in the third, which is insane. So get wrecked, Colorado. And then that's what took them over the hump. So the key post of the game is going to a certain apology, which is really freaking funny. So we're going to go over here. Let's scroll down. Oh, you know what? I lied. This is comment of the week. We're not even going over. We'll do both. But shout out to my boy Lon. But Colorado should be in the playoffs because their offense is so awesome. Maybe this is top fan Lon. Yes sir. He's a dedicated Beef fan. That's really funny. So, but why it really came over here. Yeah, normally you're getting like 1 or 2 comments on these posts, but you can tell 52 comments. It went down last week. Yeah. So what happened? I was really confused. I thought the Beef did something wrong, but no. Colorado, their commentators are so biased that their opponent apologized on Colorado's behalf. Colorado hasn't even said anything about how annoying their commentators were. So I think, how annoying could they have been? They kept saying, "Where's the beef?" when they were, which to be fair is pretty funny. When they were winning, but they started crying and whining the second their team was blowing the lead, and so the Beef had warranted. There were numerous phone calls over the commentators, which is crazy. But yeah, thank you for addressing it. They were awful, right on par with how the league has been all season.
True.
It's better than the Arena Football League, though.
It seems to be the norm.
If we play the comparison game, they're better than most. But if we set actual standards,
as the Colorado Spartans representative in this podcast, their commentators do suck.
Yeah, so they're getting clowned on that post. So, and then like I said, next matchup for the Beef. It literally doesn't matter for Omaha. The only thing at stake is their undefeated season. So, but they have clinched home field for the championship.
They can pick and choose who they want to play, basically.
They can try to pick who they want to play. So, and I'm inclined to believe they'd rather play Sioux City.
It'd be the opponent. It'd be the enemy, because they
for the rivalry's sake. Plus, the Bandits have classy commentators, unlike Colorado. So.
Plus, it's an old stiff matchup, so it's the opponent you know.
Stiff. Yeah. So.
All right. Stats leaders really haven't changed. Other than, I guess, Guy Myers has moved ahead of Tommy Armstrong now in rushing.
He had a pretty big game.
Yeah.
Tommy's not been running his best lately.
Yeah, he leaned off the gas a little bit. Maybe keeping those leads for the championship.
17 rushing touchdowns is wild.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. So standings. So yeah, pick and choose for your championship. Will it be Carolina or Sioux City? Here is the almost final threat.
But Colorado.
Yeah.
To be fair, .98 SRS is pretty wild. But
yeah. So
0-4 minus 17.
Can we get a L Colorado tier?
Toxic Colorado tier. No. Where's the Beef tier?
Yeah, where's the beef? Where's the beef? Move them down to D. Where's the beef?
Where is the Beef?
They're complaining.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Yep.
And since Carolina lost, switch them with the.
I wouldn't. They're even right now, so I'd say both B.
But still move them ahead at least, because.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
But it is really close because they both beat each other right now.
We'll move Idaho to Idaho
each other off. Yeah, at this point, Iowa at home and on the road is the same thing.
No, Idaho Idaho at home is like a 1-point loss. And well, I guess Idaho with Austin Schaefer is a 1-point loss against everybody. Or 1 or 2 point.
I just realized you wrote in the championship.
Yeah. Well, that's where they are.
Yeah, baby!
All right, on to the Arena Football League.
What do I got here?
I got one, so I'll go.
I have one as well.
I have one.
Okay. So, Billings at West Texas. Actually a pretty good game. I should have called them the West Texas Settlement, but, a little late for that. I might start doing that for future games, though. I did not have stats. Did you say no, there was one league? No.
There's the Arena League. The stats are inconsistent from the AFL.
Yeah. But I did not see stats for this game, but Billings won 56-49. So I did have an Instagram comment, though. And I also have a new bit. I might as well just start it now really fast since it's dealing with the Outlaws. So they had a couple really freaking funny comments. So who was this? I gotta remember who I said.
It was NBA Reyes.
NBA Reyes. So reps gave y'all the game is crazy. Boo hoo. And there's so womp womp. Yeah, we will respond to womp womp skill issue. Stick to your settlement. Learn how to stick. Here we go. Learn how to honor a contract first. There we go. There we go.
You pay your way out of it. That's how you honor it.
So, there's that. So, get back to West Texas. But like I said, I am going to start a new bit. I'm going to rotate between Crazy Story of the Week and this bit. It's called New Toxic Comment of the Week. Not that I haven't already been doing that for each post, but these are just individual ones I found really freaking funny. And they're both pertain to the Outlaws, so I figured why not bring it up. But ran from this smoke, says Big Dog Morris. And the team responds, the smoke from your organization crashing and burning. So it's pretty good response.
Yeah. Yep.
And I was originally just going to do one, but then they struck again. Not with a comment, but with a really funny like. I gotta remember where y'all Robert was it from this? I gotta remember where they. Okay, well first of all, they also responded to that. Maybe it got deleted. Oh no. Do you realize this is the best coach? Okay, I remember the context here now. So this is before the game between them and the Desert Hawks. Desert Hawks are being nice. But this guy added the team. You do realize this is the best coaching staff in the league, right? I guarantee you they'll watch film like you've never seen it before. Little harsh because it was a 7-point game. But this guy was like, I told y'all, coaching staff is unmatched. And the one like was the Billing Outlaws. I don't know if I can... Yep. There we go.
Nice.
So Billings is pretty based when it comes to social media. So we love to see it. So I'm curious to see if this guy responds to me.
All right, then
if you didn't wait 2 days to comment at him.
Did you only have that one game, Nate?
Yep.
All right, I'm up. All right, so Southwest Kansas Storm took on Salina Liberty, won 34-31. Definitely an upset I didn't see happening this week.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected it at all.
Yeah, I wish we had more stats, but...
I can't believe you beat a team that wasn't a scab and wasn't already folded.
That's what I'm saying. That's actually what I'm saying. I was when I looked at the score, I was like, wow. What? I thought I wasn't going to have a game this week. I thought I misread the score like 3 times. But yeah, interesting game.
Alrighty. On to my game.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to...
What?
Did you see something, Nate?
My next. Holy crap! Oh, keep going. I was trying to get up my comment of the week pulled up early,
Okay.
and I just came across something that was really wild.
Okay.
Tennessee. Welcome in and the kickoff.
Oh my goodness, Nate. Surprise, surprise.
Clark kicks it to Markel Wade for
Oh my
Albany.
gosh.
Bring it up and
Are you serious? Basically a horse collar the guy and still couldn't tackle him.
straight drop Medlock calls it.
I mean, I do understand that kick returns in these leagues are more common, but come on. You're literally getting at least one kick return a highlight. That's insane.
Yep.
Here's
They
the other
literally
one.
just have to touch the wall, and they're out.
The slack net.
Like, come on.
That will be 2 points for the Firebirds. Here's
So
Dalton
I think
Oliver. The
They
snap,
got a deuce.
the spot. The kick
I
on
gotta
the
drop the
way.
deuce.
It is up and good. All right, now
That's
here is a
tomorrow.
straight drop. Medlock throws down low. Fingertip grab. Darius Prince under center. Gets the snap. Drops straight back. He rolls left. Throws in the end zone. And the 2-point conversion for Darian Townsend.
I have not seen
An
a good
extra 2
comment
points.
section here.
This kick now.
They did not.
that?
Oh, another one?
Yeah.
Nice.
Casters travel with your abacus. Here's a straight drop. Throw underneath the end goal line. Touchdown. Conversions. There's a 3rd and 6. Quarterback looks. Throws back across the grain with flags down. Now, the 3rd and goal from the 4. Quarterback throws into the end zone. Touchdown. Gonna go for 2 right here. They drop it back and throw it off the net. It is caught by the Cats off the net. And that is gonna do it. The ball game is over.
Oh my.
So, here's my game. Albany, Nashville.
You had stats?
Yes.
Nice.
Jake Medlock had a pretty decent game. 198, 2 touchdowns, interception. He also had the rushing touchdown. Darius Prince being the best player on the team as always. 10 receptions, 122 yards, 2 touchdowns. For Nashville, they split between 2 quarterbacks. Oliver was the better one this week. Said that. Okay. Game of the week, or I guess here's the stats leaders of the stats that are posted, because not every game is in.
Oh, leading in something.
Yeah. Okay. And here is the standings of the 9 teams that are still technically in it, though I have questions of 2 of them. So here's our SRS for the teams that qualified games. Shout out to
They hate
Rapid
us because
City.
they hate us. They hate us because they hate us.
Rapid City might be the very worst of these, but they're
They hate us because they hate us.
yep. So how we want to move? They gotta move down.
Yeah, probably. I'm moving down 2 tiers at least. Yeah, maybe D. I vote you move.
They're probably better than
I'm fine with that.
They're
I'm
probably
fine
better
with
than
that.
the Cat still.
That's actually true. You
Um,
can move up the Storm.
Storm technically can move up.
Oregon is dead now. Storm can go ahead of thing. And
Yeah, I'm fine
though
with
they're
that.
scheduled to play, I'm concerned about both of those teams, so I'm putting them in purgatory.
Can we get rid of some of those F tiers?
Yeah, we can get
for a little bit.
We can get rid of F and double F.
All right, perfect.
Now it's like a fancy L.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Yep, I'll take that.
I lied. This is still my favorite tier list.
I wanted to preserve the L.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
All right, we're on to the AIF, which was only 1 game, and it was an exhibition game. So.
Yep. Okay.
You played that.
So the Corpus Christi Tritons in their last game take down the Dallas Falcons 60-0. I apparently actually had stats for this. So I think it might have been last second, which is why. And what you just saw there is what I'm going to comment on in a minute.
No, you don't
maybe.
have stats.
Yeah.
You
That was the season stats I was really confused about. I was like, bro, you threw for 555 yards, and this dude had 315 receiving yards. But no, that's
should just season stats.
Season stats.
Yeah, I had to look the game up in order to learn anything about it, and apparently the Venom choked.
Big surprise.
The Venom didn't show up.
Even though the Venom didn't show up.
So. Oh, it wasn't? Oh.
Yeah.
It wasn't the Venom.
That's why. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So, why I was laughing, I just found out today. So, someone was released from the organization due to insubordination. He was making false statements to sponsors, players, and ownership for over 9 months, which is pretty insane. He was claiming to hold his various positions with local nonprofits, which, goodness sakes. And then what I was really laughing about was there was a former player associated with the team was recently issued a cease and desist order. It's just crazy. He slandered and there's defamation of character against one of the coaches on Facebook Live on April 2024. So absolutely insane stuff. So I was coming over here initially to find my comments, but and notice how there's some people laughing now, and they turned comments off for good reason. So unfortunately, I do not have the comment of the week for the win now. But funny stuff. There's even more news.
We love our drama in our very small semi-pro indoor
Heck
league.
yes. Heck yes.
Yep. It's the only reason we watch them.
Yeah.
Literally.
I'm also upset that Dallas Falcons were continued to be the Dallas Falcons, despite the fact they claimed they were now the Texas Wolves last week.
Preach.
You know, with their Bing AI logo. Alright, so AAF, nothing's really changed. Marcus Book is still your passing leader. Your receiving leader has changed because the real receiving leader has moved up to the IFL, so he disappears from this because they take off people who get released.
That salty?
I think it's just how this thing is managed, because this is like a cookie cutter thing, because like a bunch of leagues use essentially the same thing. Like the AFL has this exact same layout, and then the Arena League will have this exact same layout. Yeah, when we get to it. Here are their standings. Also, they've announced the 2050 to next year expansion team that for some reason has shown up in the standings page.
So
there'll be a Beaumont Renegades.
Oh, so that's going to be me then?
Probably, because they'll be replacing Mississippi, yeah.
Mississippi, yeah. Okay.
But things can change even more between this year and next year. Like, we don't even know if this league's still going to be around next year.
Yeah, I was going to say,
because Columbus is 100% gone because they're way too good for this league.
Way too good, yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Here's our SRS. Beautiful.
Gosh.
Yep.
Here's our tier list.
That looks fine to me.
Yeah, beautiful.
Looks about right.
Nailed it. All right, now we're on to the Arena League.
I obviously have to go first.
Yeah.
So the Furries lost to the Lunkers. Final score was 9-40 is the final, 69-40. Oh my gosh, my freaking camera just fell over. I hate cords so much. But the key differentiator before I go over the highlights is the Furries had 7 turnovers. Absolutely embarrassing. But to be fair, he only lost by 29 with 7 turnovers, so we didn't capitalize that much off of the turnovers, I guess.
Yeah,
but still 7's insane.
That logo is immaculate.
It is a W logo, so I'm gonna try to skip a bit here. The fighting fish, baby. I did not know Emmett Smith showed up here, so
Yeah, he's on.
fun fact.
Yeah, this is a different kind of football for the people who haven't seen it yet. 6-on-6, and it's basically like playground football, but in pads.
Interesting. It's a good turnout.
It's a good turnout.
Yeah, I think they had like 4,000 people.
Honestly, that's pretty good.
There's that. They did have stats, but it was just a little too late for me to pull up. So next week is already a freaking bye. Screw me.
Alright, and I got my game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
Yeah, so
Auditorium.
this is like a
downtown
field
Kansas City.
immersed
We've been
in
waiting about 12 years
darkness.
to say this, but
If
arena
you want-
football is back. It's
not a very good
receiver,
production,
running
I
start,
thought.
Going down the field. Throwing it down, looking for it. High point in
Holy
the end zone.
crap.
Touchdown.
Quality
Duluth.
camera game.
Yeah.
Defender here. No.
My
Gato
gosh.
surveying over the middle into the end zone. And it's caught.
Being able to handle it cleanly, time for the defender to get over the top.
Johnson over the middle, has a man brought in. Very first here in Arena League history for Kansas City. And still some razzle-dazzle here, and coming from behind is Spruce, who gobbles him up in the end zone. And that is a safety.
Chance to really put some cushion in this lead.
Johnson will sling it. Witzel has a step, and he brings it in. Avoiding defenders. Touchdown, Harbor Monsters. While Goats trying to
Hey,
look for their second
NBA
touchdown
Reyes
game.
racked
Cato
in with the
rolling out,
laughing
looking.
emoji
Right into the chest. Touchdown, Kansas
Sorry,
City.
he
And it as
clearly,
well, because that was
liked
Clarence
my joke.
Taylor the
Yeah.
third, one of their better coverage guys. Cato to the end zone, and there he is, Brian Cox. Snap back again to Johnson. Goats bringing pressure. Lob
What
pass
the-
to Strong, who got
How
it
did
in
he
on it
see
and
that?
brings it in.
I don't know how the refs saw it.
It's probably brighter in the actual stadium, and their camera just sucks.
Throws. Brian Cox goes up with it.
Oh,
Thrown
that
up
could
high.
be
God, but
possible.
it's still pretty
Definitely
freaking
been
dark.
one of his
Yeah.
favorite targets so far is Cox to Cato. Another
Imagine
throw
blitzing
on
one,
a
trash.
line and brought in, and we
Your
are
6-on-6
tied.
football.
Still running.
Yeah, I'm blitzing 6. Screw it. Full
Yeah.
send.
Gonna
All
be
out
under 10
blitz.
seconds now. Johnson looking. Goats closing in. And
Oh my
interception.
God.
Get him.
And a potential
Get him.
return as well.
Nice.
Do you really think he's gonna get him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had my all-scoring play.
Kansas City trying to punch this
Yep.
one in. It's a fade route to the back corner and bringing it in.
I didn't see if that was a
Martinez,
touchdown.
Goats going for 2 here.
Too dark.
Cato.
It is
taking
a
time,
really
now throws, has a
bad
man,
production.
Cox. Catbird seat to really try to pull
I
away
feel like
and
one of
put
the wide
this game
receivers'
away.
name is Cox, so they
And they're gonna
constantly
take a
shout
shot.
Cox.
Bruce Smith. Touchdown.
That's intentional.
Work any momentum. It'll be another
Did
handoff.
you just have wrapping paper
Right
for
back
the
they go
walls?
to Joshua Murray, who breaks tackles, pulls back the other way.
Probably,
And
you know.
throw it to the
Is
end
it better than
zone.
Oregon?
In action, Smith
Perhaps.
set in motion by Cato.
I'd rather just
Gets
go
blocked
through the
with
wall
The
than
walls,
hit
it's-
But is it better than
Wide
the
open.
Raiders?
Making 2 touchdowns in the second half.
the field.
No, that
Trying
they're
to shout out some
What if this
loud
is the Raiders
handoff up
field?
the
Did you ever think
middle,
about
headed
that?
to Lane and bursts
It
into the
definitely
end
isn't
zone.
based on what I saw.
Yeah.
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 You're able to convert.
They just stitched
And he
it together,
throws strong,
together
breaks
better.
a tackle and spins
Sick
into the end
tackling.
zone. 3rd and goal for KC, and they toss it off, trying to make a man
They
miss.
actually
did a
and
running
he
play.
moves
Great
the shoulder
tackling.
into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Cato under center gets the snap. Back Martinez. A little bit razzle-dazzle here, just
what?
improvising and diving in. It's good. 13
Hey, here you
minutes
go,
and
Nate.
19 seconds to go.
The one kickoff a
In
game.
regulation. Good throw. We'll take
Except it's a
Wenzel.
throw off.
Heels right at the goal line. Gonna bring it out past the 10.
Dude,
Dodging defenders, and
they
he's got
keep getting
space. He's
worse.
got blockers past the 20.
How in the
Cutting
world
back
did
to
he
left.
return this?
15. Clearing away.
How did he return this?
Touchdown, Duluth on the kick
Should have
return.
been tackled 6
Through the middle, second
times.
down. First and goal from the 6. Cato fits it into the window. Gobbled up. The snap from Cox, and he gets it. Cato in pressure finds Boo Smith inside the 5 spot around, still on his feet, taking his momentum in. Touchdown, Goats. Kansas City just looking to put that cherry on top of this dominant performance right now, closing in on the first win. Back to Cato, he's able to throw it, and he does on a line, and bringing it in is Boo Smith, sidesteps one, gets by Witzel, gets the edge, touchdown, Kansas City. Osco, that was also a nickname for Mr. Pendergast.
Because it's playground football.
Here momentarily, a touchdown throw, right open. Yep. What a glorious return it has been for arena football back in Kansas City. The Goats
that was a great game.
Take it. Put the Harbor Monsters 77-52. Your final score.
Yeah. So here's the game stats: 77-52. Johnson threw 4 picks. That's why you lose.
On top of the fact that they couldn't tackle for their lives.
Well, neither team could really tackle for their lives, to be fair.
At least the Goats were relatively competent for their skill level.
Yep. And Rakeem Cato, 8 touchdowns, 1 interception, and that's why they won. Because they actually have a quarterback. They have a real player. Boo Smith and Brian Cox. Those are some good names.
Boo Smith had 6 touchdowns. Dang.
So, here's our league leaders. The Woo have not put in their team stats, so that's why there's no
typical furry
they got
behavior.
The Woo, so it's going to take them some time.
Typical furry behavior.
They're not furries.
They're furries.
As long as you're out here with an actual running team. Alright. So here's the standings of the 1-1, 0-0. Here's our SRS through 1 week. So, and how do you want to do the standings? Obviously, Goats are S tier.
Yep. They're Goats.
And then we can put the Lunkers in A tier.
Yep.
Duluth in D tier. And the Woo in F tier.
Yeah, Woo for furry tier, yes.
Yeah.
So you admit it.
No, we don't spell it with IE, just put it Y. Put a Y.
You could spell it IE?
Cringe do. Yeah, cringe spell it with IE.
Yeah, how about the Uwu tier?
Yeah, I'll take the Uwoos. Uwoos. Ha, I get it.
Yep. So.
It's Major League Rugby now, right?
Yep.
Yep.
MLR.
Okay, so I only had one, and that was the SaberCats defeating the NOLA Gold. As I noted, they're the first team to clinch a playoff spot, so final score was 21-7. 3 tries to 1. NOLA had more tackles. This game was clearly rigged, and the NOLA was cheating for sure. We had more penalties because the refs are cheaters. And we had 2 yellow cards rigged. But it was pretty fair that NOLA had 1 red card. Obviously, proper call. So
proper officiating on the card. On that card.
Yep. Yeah, Houston had 1 more scrum, a couple more conversions because of the extra tries. The key player for Houston was Davey Coates, per usual. 3 goals kicked and 446 kicking meters and a dozen tackles. NOLA's key player was O.J. Simpson. Had a try, 11 tackles, 11 carries, and 62 rain meters. His real name is Noah, but just felt like calling him O.J. Simpson for a reason. Key differentiator, I actually did some in-depth research, and it turns out they did really well in the first 20 minutes and control the game early, allowed them to just pretty much take over for the entire game. So that was a big factor there. Comment of the game, not going to have one because NOLA sucks. Let's all laugh at NOLA for limiting comments like the sensitive wusses they are. And there's a reason none of us picked them, so big shocker.
They deserve another hurricane.
Based? Holy crap. Hey, I didn't say it, so...
In the comments. In the comments.
Yeah, in the comments, guys. Hashtag deserve another hurricane.
No, they need a hurricane of comments.
To be fair, it's a Hurricane Bowl because Houston's the one Texas city that can get it.
Isn't that where all the people went to?
Yes.
They evacuated to Houston.
Well, I guess you're going from Galveston to Houston, but even then it gets pretty close into the Houston area. So we'll be playing Seattle at home, looking to get a revenge from last time. So that is that.
Noise.
But screw New Orleans. Way to ruin a bit.
All right. So first up, we have the Free Jacks beating the Dallas Jackals 26-24. I'm gonna be honest. I don't understand this team anymore. They are consistently inconsistent, but
just like Seattle.
A win is a win. New England had 4 tries and 3 conversions compared to Dallas's 3 tries and 2 conversions, but Dallas did also get a penalty goal kick. No yellow cards, no red cards. Balanced in terms of discipline, so good game all around. And yeah, it was a really close game. I don't understand New England anymore. Moving on, Seattle had a bye, or they didn't play this week. And then
Miami got murdered.
Yeah, Miami got murdered by Los Angeles of all teams. Lost 45-15. Los Angeles had 6 tries and 5 conversions. Miami Sharks had 3 tries and were 0-3 on their conversions and 0-1 on their penalty kicks. So
this is wild because the one time I checked the score of this game, it was 10-10.
Yeah, truly a moment of all time for the Sharks.
You had more passes.
You know, Sharks can beat the New England Free Jacks 1 week, and then go and lose to LA.
Well, because it's hard for a Shark to get from Miami to LA, you know?
Yeah, they have to go all the way around. And then on top of that, New England 1 week loses to an awful Miami team and then beats an actual decent team. I just don't get it. Discipline was equal.
Hey. Dallas is not decent, and I want to make that clear. They're mid. They're my one mid team.
Sure.
It's facts. I'm just saying, it's facts.
Oh, and that sums up mine.
All right, I had 2 games, so we have 2 games of highlights to fit through.
Pass inside, Gramlich.
Old Glory versus Anthem with the first one.
And maybe get the
Anthem's in the white, Old Glory's in the blue.
Nice.
Robinson has the scrum cap. We'll see him tonight, 2 weeks ago. And that heartbreaker to LA. And it's a match they won't forget. Junior Gaffa works up ahead against Arinze, who's been such a factor early with a couple big laces up pitch. Jake Turnbull, the captain, getting toward the 5. Look at the push and the want to, the steamrolling.
It's quick ball for DC. Here's Escaro, their front row forward, plowing forward. Quick ball there for Buckley, and then it's just quick hands. 1-2, right into the hands of Talataina.
Vaca's got it, right on cue. Martin Vaca from Argentina, 235 pounds. Comes with it. Buckley, though. He's free. Time's in. He's got 5.
Took my chance to
Buckley and company. The pass inside. Whiteside. Getting a little bit closer. Now work the outside channels. Robertson. It's the 15.
Shout out to Anthem having this game tied in the second.
He's close.
Best game of the year, question mark?
No,
it was last week. No, it was last week. They lost by 4 to LA last week.
Daniel trying to create some space. Here's Escaro.
This game still turned out to be a loss.
Yeah, they get blown out.
Mueller getting close.
But they did push it for a half.
Yep.
They're slow. They're getting there.
They might be competent by 2 years from now.
Hey, they're just going off that Vegas championship strategy.
Vegas was in the championship the first year.
Sorry, Red Blacks.
Looking for an arm up in the air. Longwell again. Yes.
Sorry, I compared them earlier, so I just decided to take the comparison, not the actual team.
This far. Been a tough second half for sure for the visitors. Trying to string together a few good phases.
That was good defense there.
Great defense.
Totally
They
let the
got
guy
a
run,
good stop.
run
Good
right
stop.
by you. The good defense here too.
Bavaro, the number 8. Offload to the captain.
It's a good thing they stopped him in the scoring only highlights.
Yep.
I'm just saying, at least we tackled him close. Old Glory letting us literally run.
Offside as well here, Cat Row says. Quick retrigger.
Dude, there's no way, right?
Lobster with some
Oh,
speed.
I wish.
Makes the pass for
You're
Dye.
joking.
Oh, no, I thought he was going to get tackled.
Imagine letting Anthem do this to you.
Yep.
I'm sorry, we were up 21
To be
points.
fair, they're up 21.
Yeah.
So what? Anthem is the worst team we're covering.
That's a good jump.
Really get lifted up. This is a good
I mean,
rolling
still.
ball.
That's really good.
This is just bully ball.
Yeah.
How do you have
Imagine doing that.
Tonight from DC. The outside for
Imagine
Crimp.
allowing us to score yet again.
Cut there for
We felt bad. We wanted to give you a point.
Crimp right behind him. Great spurts.
And we had a point 2 weeks in a
Recovers here.
row. I don't mean
Kicks
to
that
brag.
touch. The whistle will end it, and this match complete.
Could we do it for 3 straight weeks?
That will
Who
want
knows?
to throw down a physicality marker here at Zions Bank Stadium against the visiting San Diego.
Oh, you already know
Legion.
this game's
it's
about to be
an
mad
entirely
mid.
fresh front row trio of
Oh yeah,
Sears,
it's mid.
Mickelson, and Green.
I know it's a mid game, but I have to.
San Diego is mid despite the fact they have a good record.
Yeah.
But they barely inch out every single game against bad teams.
Yeah.
I think they only have a winning record because the entire league is mid.
You just better. You
There's
guys
one
got
good
up
team.
there. Do work on
Everyone
your
else
offense.
sucks.
Let's see you work on that.
Matt Giddo on the get up. Over to Connor Tupai, who's going to sail in for the try.
It's more of a mental error than anything else, and so Utah having a shot here now. They're going to go to work in this mall.
Matt Jensen, 6'8".
This is some bully ball too.
Back to the mall. Now
Until you lose it.
Nobody's home. Kieran McClain will dot it down, and Utah takes the lead. Lahore lays it back to Sushan, former Old Glory DC man. Ball pops out. Kieran McClain again dots it down. That one blocked. Ilimoni Waganabet off the bench. And now the Legion on the break. A ball over to Helu, and Helu's going to dot it down. Legion still have it, a chance for the win here. And they'll dot it down for the win. San Diego scores twice in the last 7 minutes to come back. The comeback kids do it again.
Yeah, so that was Utah absolutely choking away a win.
Yep. Truly a Utah moment.
Yeah. So, got notice next week. I want results. So, statistics from that. Yeah. Make your conversions. And your penalty kicks. Make your kicks. Be good at kicking. That's the moral of that story. And then this one is Anthem just needs to get better.
Yep. Play in the second half.
Yep. Point scored still Mac Mason. Try scored still your Dallas Jackal. So, standings. Yeah, it's really Houston and the rest. These records are deceptive. Especially Seattle, San Diego.
Yep.
Here's our SRS.
New England in third?
Yep.
They have the 3rd best record.
I mean, they tied, but I I just
they're
don't think
definitely
they're that great.
doing better than San Diego. So
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthem dropped to -26, and what can I say? I'm disgusted with them, and we should be at -60 by now.
Yeah. All right. So how are we going to do this? He's speaking with the Sharks. Behind.
Yep.
Is there really else stays to change?
Yeah, everything else seems about the same.
Yeah.
You might be able to move San Diego to the B tier because they're 8-4, I guess.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, on to Ozzy Larold.
Okay. I'm really excited. This is the one league where comments are. It's really hard to choose who's.
Nah, I mean, Aussies are pretty brutal.
Yeah, and Aussies are really brutal, so this,
how many cunts did they drop?
I will not be somehow in the event my mom accidentally runs into that. I'm not going to be airing any of those. So.
Oh, well, I can read the cunt.
Fair enough. So the Blues took on Port Adelaide. Again, this is my only game, though, sadly. And Blues won 107-71. Had a few more goals, and that was the deciding factor. Be more efficient for Adelaide, most toxic fan base in the league power. More disposals and kicks, but we were outplayed in the handballs, free kicks, and marks department. Both teams only had 57 turnovers. That's pretty low. Their average is around 62.5 to 63, so it kept it clean there. Blues had more tackles. Feels like the Blues, honestly, just looking at face value, it looks like they got outplayed. Shouldn't have won this game by as much as they did, but nonetheless they did. Blues were winning for the majority of the time. Their best player, per usual, is Sam Walsh with 34 disposals, 17 kicks, 17 handballs, and a mark. And once again, I forgot to change that to 2 weeks in a row. That should say power. Jason Horn-Francis for the power had 99 fantasy points. Because apparently scoring a goal and 2 behinds is that much less. Actually scoring in the game is not worth much. 22 disposals, 16 kicks, 6 handballs, and 4 marks. The key difference was there were two. I read this. The Blues apparently did something very unorthodox and decided to face 2 players the wrong way on purpose to guard any potential handballs, which was really weird. But it worked out. So that's a big reason why Port Adelaide State's stats are a little bit inflated in some areas, but I guess it didn't exactly work because they still had more handballs, but clearly didn't matter that much. Also, they had 8 goals in the fourth, which is pretty good.
That's pretty good.
So that had a good fourth quarter. Blues' biggest lead was 36 versus Port Adelaide 6. And I also meant to change the next game as well. I'm just not doing well on my slides lately, goodness sakes. I do not remember who the Blues play next, but this was my favorite as the Powerade fake. So that power fade, sorry.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty good comment. But like I said, this comment section gets really toxic, so I'm really looking forward to my new bit because there's going to be a lot of Aussie. Oh man, a lot of hate from each other, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Right.
Oh.
Sweet. All right, so first up, I had Adelaide Crows playing the Hawthorn Hawks. This game was not even close. Very depressing loss for the Crows.
At least you're not St. Kilda.
Yeah, it could be St. Kilda. You are right. But I do have a worse game than this. I do have a worse.
What?
Yes. Yes, we have a new team going to the 100-point club. bad game. Biggest lead for the Hawks was 48 points in the third quarter. Came back a little bit.
Wait, but what was
quite
the
a
biggest
bit,
lead
sorry.
for the Crows?
0 for 0 seconds. Hawthorne ended up winning by 27. Great game for them. Absolutely awful for the Crows. Yeah, not great. Moving on, Fremantle Dockers beat the Melbourne Demons 141-49. The largest lead was 100 points with 20 minutes into the fourth. This game was truly something. You know, I think it's impressive that the Demons had the lead for 15 minutes and lost by almost 100 points. I think that's the most impressive part about this. And yeah, complete and total blowout I don't think anyone saw coming.
I have to turn my face cam off for this.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they lost by 92 points.
I have to turn my face cam off for this.
Yeah, Melbourne's going to the 100-point club for this week.
That's absolutely.
Yep, and there's that L.
Oh my gosh.
They're going to the 100-point club.
That's impressive that you had a worse loss than the Hawks, because that loss was really bad.
All right, here is my. There'll be a random skip at one point because part of this video got content ID'd, so there'll be a jump at one point.
Yep.
Because the straight highlights isn't transformative, but us talking over them is transformative. Look at these kicks.
What?
That was insane.
No wonder why the Cats are losing all the time, except for this game.
Yeah, they hadn't woken up yet. They don't wake up until the second half.
Meow.
Yeah.
Noah gives it off. Martin from 45.
Could have been a terrible loss. This is big because if you lose here, you would have.
Yeah, you probably would have fallen out of the top 8.
Fallen out of the top 8.
Yep.
I guess they played with the same.
Great
That's an insane kick. That's what woke them up for sure.
All the kicks in this league are great kicks, you know? I'm jealous of all the kicking.
You're not wrong. Some of these angles they're taking are insane.
I just don't understand how they can kick across their body the way they do. Like, is that ball full of helium or something? Like,
they're just freaking jacked.
Just in Australian
I'm
air.
just saying, look at all the fat people in this league. There are none.
His first of the evening. And the Cats are back in front.
nice.
Nickel, given they were a man down up until that moment. Pickett took a while to get to the bench. Close. The intercept. Hands off. Hawkins. Got it. The Tigers threw everything they had at Geelong. But in the end, the Cats return to the winners list.
Alright. With my game. Okay. Oh. I guess my whole Collingwood section got cut out.
You know, it's sometimes good to skip that.
Yeah.
Bulldogs are one of the most confusing teams we talk about.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I've gotten their pick wrong every week.
We can
I
check
straight
that
up
out. At some point, we can check that.
I'm sure I've gotten one or two right, but I'm
Yeah, we
pretty
have
sure
one or
I'm
two, but the amount of
80%
times
wrong.
that, like, the two ties really throw us off as well.
Well, that's the Magpies.
That's the
The
Magpies,
Magpies
yeah.
have the two ties. The Bulldogs, I can't read them.
Yeah. So
I don't get them.
They beat up on my, Well,
Oh, I was saying,
actually, it's the
Magpies for me.
It's the Magpies only scoring one goal in the fourth quarter that did them in.
Ooh.
Oh.
Or I
You
guess
know,
one behind in the fourth quarter. They didn't even score a
Yeah,
goal
one
in the fourth.
behind.
They didn't even
That's
score a
even
goal in the
worse.
fourth quarter.
Yeah, the Blues could have given you half our goals, and we still would have won, and you would have.
The Dockers could say the
Is it
same.
goal or 5 or 6 again? I
They're
always forget
6.
that.
6.
Dockers could have done the same thing, yeah.
Yeah, we could have given you 4 of our goals. We still win, and you would have won them.
Yeah.
That's a nice score.
So here's the
It is.
Cats versus Tigers, the battle of kitty cats.
Meow. Rar hiss.
And the less threatening cat won. So, as you can see, it took about a half for the cats to wake up. And then when they did, they returned to the winner's circle. So here's the game we didn't cover. St. Kilda beat West Coast Eagles. And the Suns beat the Bombers, so we lost our bet, which was unfortunate. But, you know,
sad.
Can't hit them all.
Weak.
Yeah. So here's our fantasy leader, goal leader, disposal.
My boy Charlie.
Yep. Here is our ladder. Swans still 1, Bombers 2, Cats 3.
Melbourne falls out of top 8.
Oh gosh.
So did
my
Collingwood.
Giants.
So did Collingwood.
My Giants are holding on for dear life right now.
Yeah, 'cause they're all tied at 28.
They also had a bye though, so they're actually. Oh, they play the Hawks. Good.
Oh yes, that's.
Until they lose, because the last couple weeks.
Hawks are 4-1 in their last 5.
Oh, okay, we're good. There's no way they go 5 of the last 6. Okay, I feel much more confident.
Either SRS. Sydney's still way out ahead.
Minus 32. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anything you want to change here? Okay.
It probably moved the Blues back into B.
So yeah.
Yep. Blues down 1. Yeah. They're in C. Yep.
I need to change their logo.
So for the
move up past the Demons.
Move Eagles back up to F tier.
Oh yeah, and the Demons are going into
Demons down to 100.
Just for the week, and then the Eagles go to F.
Yeah, Eagles go back up to F.
Hawks, you could probably admit. Well, move them past the Crows because they beat the Crows.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should we put the Hawks in C? We have the Lions in C. The Hawks are hot.
The Dockers lost, right?
Oh, no, they won by 100.
Dockers won by 100.
They beat, yes. Oh, yes, because they beat. Okay, they beat Melbourne.
Objectively a better team on paper, too.
Yeah, that's.
I don't deserve to go up much because it's not consistent, but
I was gonna say the Suns also won.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is very confusing. C is just seeing right now.
Yeah.
Just being incredibly mid. I'm good with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh wait, change a 99 to 100.
Well, they didn't lose by 100; they lost by 92, right?
Yeah, but they were down by 100 at one point.
Will it ever get back up to 120? Probably not. Alright, so we need to do our bet, but I need to log in first. So let me pull this off my screen. Come on, location check. I am still living in the same place. Okay. Oh my god, the White Sox are winning. Take that, Cubs. Can't wait till we blow this.
That hurts.
Goodness sake.
Tigers plus 33 against the Crows. Brisbane plus 9 against the Bulldogs. Because the Bulldogs are hard to pick. Oh, and we still have to do the pick 'em after this too. But we can do the gambling first.
Well, I guess that is the Swans. I really like the Magpies.
You could do the Magpies, yeah. I'm thinking either Magpies or Brisbane.
Where's Brisbane? Sorry.
Brisbane, you're getting you get the Bulldogs.
It would be a Bulldogs moment.
Yeah. Let me bring back up to the SRS. Not that it did us any good last week, but Bulldogs are 6. Brisbane is -4. Okay, and then it was Magpies and Demons, right? So that's actually like spot on for the spread.
Are you Jackson not losing money with all of us?
Yeah, I know. I'm going to do. I think I'll do Brisbane because it has a higher payout. Bigger reward, you know?
You'd also pretty much need the... Yeah. That would make sense.
Alright, so. On to the pick'em. So, last week, this is how we did. So, I'll just quickly scroll through those because if you're interested to see. Okay. So, CFL kicks off. Montreal versus Winnipeg. So you have a Grey Pep rematch to kick off the season.
They cooked with the start of the year. Cooked. I think it's just one of those things that probably makes sense for us to ride each other's respective teams. I'll go Winnipeg, I suspect.
I think Winnipeg probably wins, too.
I think Winnipeg gets the revenge, but...
Yeah, because it's home. I'm going to go Winnipeg, even though... I love Montreal. I love the Montreal, but I think...
mid.
Because Montreal's had an off-season of celebration, and Winnipeg's had an off-season of smoldering hate.
Yeah.
This is a battle of mid.
Hamilton was better, though. I'm going to go Hamilton.
Yeah, I think that's where Bo is now, too.
So it's Hamilton...
I'll go Hamilton.
Tiger Cats, Stampeders?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me Tiger Cats.
Holy crap, these matchups are so brutal.
I'm going Elks.
Yeah.
I gotta go with my Bethel Thompson, baby.
How is it? Give me them Rough Riders.
Yeah.
Give me them Rough Riders.
I'm going BC because I don't know who the hell is starting for Toronto.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I was about to pick Toronto, but yeah, I'll go BC.
Yeah, give me Lions.
Okay,
give me Fire.
Fire.
Yeah, Fire.
The Raiders.
I don't think the Raiders were any good either, right?
Yeah, it's about.
They're 1-1.
I don't know.
Well,
yeah.
So is Barcelona, aren't they?
No, I thought they were 0-2.
Yeah, but we played the Mercenaries. The Raiders beat it.
Yeah. They played an extra team.
I thought who the Raiders beat was relatively okay, at least.
Okay, give me the Mercenaries.
Yeah, I'm also going.
That's just disrespectful, but yeah.
I'll go Mercenaries. It's valid.
I'm gonna go Berlin.
Yeah, I'll go Berlin.
Yeah,
That's
Berlin. Give me Vikings.
Yeah, Vienna.
Although, if Panthers played like they did last week and actually put points on the board, it could be very close.
Yeah, I'll go Vienna. I'll go with my boys in Paris.
I'm going Frankfurt.
Frankfurt's probably a smart
pick.
pick,
Give me Frankfurt.
I'm going to ride with my boys on this one.
Yeah, Munich.
Pirates are at home, but I'm going Green Bay.
Yeah, give me Green Bay.
I
feel like you'd be stupid to not take them.
Not necessarily. It's Mass at home, but
yeah.
Green Bay is hot.
Yeah,
so
but Green Bay's playing hot.
Oh my god.
Battle of mid.
Tulsa.
Oh my. Give me Oilers.
I'll go Tulsa, I guess. Yeah.
Slingers.
Gunslingers, yeah.
Yeah, Gunslingers.
As funny as it
Frisco.
Dukes. Yeah, Frisco.
Yeah, Frisco.
Vegas.
Vegas is gonna
Nighthawks.
bounce back.
Wow, a lot of easy ones so far. This is where it
As
gets
you
hard.
say it, this
I'm going
one.
Arizona.
Give me Strike Force.
What's the SRS?
I think.
San Diego's third.
I think
right?
San Diego's third. And I think Arizona's in the middle top. I want IFL. Arizona's second. Yeah, it's the middle top.
Yeah, this is hard. I'll go San Diego.
Bay Area.
Bay Area.
Yeah,
Beef.
Beef.
Colorado.
Actually, give me Carolina. I'm already down bad in this league.
So, if anything, the other you could play.
Give me where's the beef?
The Colorado.
I agree. Give me where's the beef
in the championship. Well, Austin Schaefer is definitely not playing, so I'm going Salina.
What's Washington right now?
Yeah, give me Salina as well.
Salina or Washington's like 1-4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Salina? Have I been saying that wrong the whole time?
I thought it was Salina. It could be Salina.
It could be either one. It could be Salina.
Billings all day.
Yeah, Billings.
Yeah, give me Billings.
Albany.
Ooh.
This could go either way. Just give me Desert Hawks.
I'll go Albany.
It could go either way.
I'll go the Storm.
I'm going Storm.
Wow,
yeah.
mid. Give me Southwest.
I'm not even confident that first and last game happened because I'm still not.
I'll still go Columbus regardless.
Yeah, going Columbus.
Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City.
Fuck it.
No.
Let's go Old Glory.
Oh no. Yeah, give me. Who's at home? Fuck.
Old Glory.
Old Glory's already done it once though. I'm gonna go with Jackson here. I think Old Glory gets the sweep.
I gotta go with my team here.
You're probably right,
Yeah.
Kyle.
I mean, I thought I was right last time.
All right. Clearly, we want to go LA here.
Yeah, give me Sabercats.
You got some balls if you do that.
Give me Anthem.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Let me cook. San Diego.
I already took Anthem.
You thought I was gonna say.
You want Anthem, Kyle?
Yeah. I'm not taking any other memes, so I'm gonna take Anthem this week.
Okay, that's fair.
NOLA.
Oh.
Not after that last performance by Miami.
Nola's just too inconsistent. But give me Nola. I think it's safer.
Do I do it?
It's hard. That's a hard pick.
Do I do it?
Yes. I took Anthem. You take a risk.
Draw. We ball.
Oh,
we ball. Screw it. We ball.
It's an L either way.
Dallas.
Give me the Hounds.
Oh, yeah, kind of wanted Hounds. You know what? I'll do it for you, Nate.
Oh, yes! Yes! Alright, I'll take it. Seattle.
Yeah, give me Seattle. They're gonna win by 3 points. So.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm about to get. You know what? Change my Old Glory pick.
No.
I'm sorry. I have to play. I'm already getting dunked on. I can't. New England's gotta get the revenge. You know what? I'm sorry.
Give me Crows. Give me Crows.
Change it back again, and I promise I'll stick with Old Glory. Only because Jackson also decided to draw. Whatever. Screw it. We ball.
Okay.
I couldn't make up my mind.
I think
Yeah, give me
Crows.
Crows.
Crows. Bulldogs.
Put money on Brisbane.
Oh, you did put money on them.
Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
They're the underdog, so.
Give me Bulldogs. I'll take Bulldogs.
I'll go Bulldogs. That's fine.
Giants.
You say Giants.
Giants. Yep.
You.
Oh, this one could be a tank bull.
It is a tank bull.
No, like an upset. I'm gonna pick the Roos. I think it's a valid.
I
Definitely.
take them so bad. But they allow 100 points a game, and until they prove to me that they can allow under 90, I gotta go Eagles. It sucks. Suns.
But what if their coach called them some sort of slur? You're not gonna put.
Dang it. You're right, Jackson.
I think I want Saints.
I'm gonna go Suns.
I think I want Saints on this one.
Swans.
Blue. No.
Blues, yeah.
Give me Blues.
I'll
Give
go-
me Blues.
Yeah, I'll go Blue.
I'll go with my team.
Magpies.
Magpies.
I swear, if the Demons win that one.
All right, and then the last thing we have to do is our UFL brackets. I'm going Stallions, and then I'm gonna go Brahmas. And
Stallions, Battlehawks.
Stallions, Battlehawks.
Stallions, Brahmas. Stallions.
And what score?
40-21.
A lot of scoring.
Battlehawks.
Goodness sakes. You are not meat riding. I get taking them winning the first game. There's no way you're
I don't have to put down a score then, do I?
No, you do.
Okay. Give me
3-2. You're already stupid enough taking them over the Stallions.
32.
29. 32-29 seems like a great score.
I'm thinking 28.
That's fair. That's a valid score.
Okay. 27 to.
Point out it was 27-14 versus the Renegades.
8.
So probably.
Oh, 27 to 17.
Enough.
Cause I gotta do weird numbers in this because of the. Nobody's really going for one. Yeah, I think dominates of 8 and 6.
Are we picking for Cadillo's Raptors or no?
Well, we did our brackets. Is what we did.
Oh, okay. I meant like pick'ems as well.
No, it was just the whole bracket.
Oh, okay.
Is our pick'em for the.
You want to be delusional enough to take the freaking Raptors too?
No, I already picked who I picked.
Yeah, he already picked.
17-10 Cadillos.
See, Jackson screwed me out of my bracket, but I had to do what I had to do. I had to be a sellout.
Yeah. Because I'm delusional and I believed in the fundies. That's my delusion. To be fair, they played them close.
They played them relatively well, yeah.
Both times. They're the only team that had an offense that was capable of beating the Cadillos. And it wasn't enough. Alright. You guys got anything to shout out to close?
Nope.
All right.
Just don't call anyone a cocksucker. That's what he said. So.
Yeah. Okay, then you'll get a possible 2-game suspension.
Shoot, he's suspended. He said it, not me.
Yeah.